Hi, everybody. Good Saturday morning to you, and welcome to Hall Stadium in Missouri City, Texas. This is Vype, FortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend County High School sports. And this morning, kicking off at 11 o'clock, we have the Kempner Cougars in their homecoming game against their district rivals, the Rosenberg Terry Rangers. Patrick Kinnick will have the play-by-play for you. I'm Roger Smith. Glad to have you with us. And now it is time to bring you the countdown to kickoff show. And it's a celebration of all things Kempner, including their new principal. We'll bring that to you right after a couple of messages. Our Vype FortBend.com coverage is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. First Tire and Automotive, the Needville Insurance Agency, Nick's Italian Restaurant, Archer Volkswagen, and Office Depot in Sugar Land on the Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace. Stay with us, and we'll introduce you to Dr. Danielle Jackson, the new Kempner principal, right after this.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Good Saturday morning, and welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff show. Kempner is playing its homecoming game against the Terry Rangers, and it's my honor to introduce the new principal at Kempner, Dr. Danielle Jackson. Hello, thanks for being with us.
Hi, thank you for having us. We're always happy to have a conversation about the great things that are happening at Kempner High School.
And great things always are what we see at homecoming, unless there's something that interrupts it, like you know what, and I'm not even going to say it because I'm so tired of talking about it, but what are some of the great traditions of Kempner homecoming that you get to revive now 100%?
Absolutely. We are really excited. We call it reigniting our Kempner traditions. So we were able to have our homecoming pep rally on Thursday night, where we reintroduced our new and improved mascot, Claude the Cougar. And last night we were able to have our dance, which was not able to happen in the past. We had a great turnout. We had an evening under the stars, under the baseball field, so we were safe, but also had a lot of fun. And then today we get to have our crowning as we know it to be on the football field, and we'll name a king and queen today.
And I love costumed mascots. I absolutely do, and I'm kind of hoping there would be a brawl maybe between the Terry Ranger mascot and Claude the Cougar, but that's probably not going to happen. Maybe it's some other game in the future. But let's talk about another thing that is a rite of October, and that is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we see so much pink on the field, and everybody is very aware of the cause. So what does that mean to you?
Absolutely. Well, we absolutely support that cause here at Kempner High School. We had our Pink Out game Tuesday with volleyball, and you'll see Pink Out throughout the month of October. For me personally, I lost a very dear friend. Her name was Colleen, to breast cancer. So we always want to bring awareness to that cause, and we support anyone who is fighting that fight and wish them well and wish them life.
And tell us a little bit about yourself and the career path that brought you to the campus on Voss Road in Sugar Land.
Absolutely. Well, after I obtained my PhD from Oklahoma State, Go Pokes, America's Brightest Orange, we returned to the great state of Texas. I'm actually from this area, and we were very purposeful in moving into the community. And as a parent, we believed in the feeder pattern. So my children are products of Sugar Mill Elementary, Sugar Land Middle School, and Kempner High School. So the universe just provided the right time and opportunity. So a shift from parent to an administrator here at Kempner is just the absolute best thing for me.
Now I'm going to ask you a question that I don't know if I'm actually going to get a chance to talk to Coach Andrus this morning, but I'm kind of wondering, if you're the head football coach, are you thinking, should we have the dance the night before a morning game. Was there any kind of discussion with him where he said, or anything to that effect?
Absolutely. We had conversations, just the way that our homecoming game fell and the way that our week fell. It was understood. We ended our dance at 10 p.m. and we actually dismissed our football players at 9:30 so that they would have plenty of rest and be ready to go today.
All right. Well, that sounds interesting. I kind of wish I had been there to see it. I wonder if there are any long goodnight kisses. Anyway, thanks for being with us on the Countdown to Kickoff show, and we look forward to visiting with you many more times as we are the broadcast home of Fort Bend ISD Sports, and your campus is about a mile from my house.
Absolutely. We will always have a conversation about Kempner High School, the land of sunshine and greatness.
All right. K high or die. That's the new principal. We'll be back with more on the Countdown to Kickoff show.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show. It's Kempner's homecoming game on a bright Saturday morning here at Hall Stadium, and here to introduce himself and the rest of the officiating crew is our referee.
Carl Birch, head linesman James Fusick, line judge Noble Robinson, field judge Stephen Cotton, side judge Javier Garcia, back judge August Nauman.
All right, thank you, Mr. Birch. Have a good game and stay hydrated. Of course, I don't need to tell you that. You know what you're doing. We'll be back with more on the Countdown to Kickoff show, VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff show. And sometimes we talk to football coaches when we're getting ready for volleyball matches. And this morning we're going to talk to a volleyball coach as we get ready for a football game between Kempner and Terry. And it is Rachel Kessler, the first-year head coach of the Kempner girls. And you're doing real well. On Friday night you get the win over Terry. And you have such a talented young team. Tell us about those who look like they could be stars going forward for Kempner.
Well, first off, we have Ruth Ocelli. She's our freshman. Right off the bat, once I took her in after tryouts, she was just willing to do whatever I asked her to do. She was ready to rock and roll, and she is a stud. She's got a really great future ahead of her. Mia Clark, one of my sophomores, and Samantha Shearers, one of my juniors. Both girls, great players, can be very versatile. They can go right side, they can go outside. Same thing with Ruth. They're kind of really to go wherever they need to. But again, a young team that has a lot of great potential.
Okay, I don't personally know Mia Clark, but I know her older brother played baseball in Little League alongside my son, and so it makes me feel a little bit old when I find out that that's the Clark's youngest child. You know, when she goes through, then no more Clark kids in the Kempner athletic programs. But let's talk about the way that you got to be the head coach at Kempner. Club volleyball is a huge thing, and you have a lot of experience in that.
Yeah, so this is my 9th year coaching club, and that makes me feel old. So 9 years coaching club, and then this will be my 5th year coaching high school. I did 4 years of freshman coaching at Travis High School, and both things have taught me a lot about the game. I've coached anywhere from 8 to 18 years old, so I've seen the slowest games to the fastest games, and I think that's, one, made me a better coach, very patient, but I'm also willing to work with any type of player that I get.
Well, another thing, you say that you went to Travis, class of 2014, I believe you said?
2011.
2011, okay. Not quite as young. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you don't mind if I make a mistake that makes you younger. But, the fact that Travis no longer is, or I should say Kempner is no longer in class 6A, and Travis is still in 6A, so that means you won't get all choked up playing against your alma mater, right?
That is very true. I mean, we did see them in preseason first scrimmages, and that was great to play against them, to see some familiar faces. But I will say 5A is a force to be reckoned with. It's just as strong as 6A, and there's some great teams here.
Well, there's another thing that is in your history. You have a lot of experience coaching golf.
Yes.
Is there anything that you gain from being a golf coach that you can apply to coaching volleyball?
I think the biggest thing is patience. With golf, you have to have trust in your player because at the end of the day, they're doing all the work and you're kind of alongside there coaching them up. With volleyball, you're able to talk to them one-on-one throughout the whole game, but be patient and have faith that they're going to get the job done.
All right. And by the way, why is it that tennis is that sport where they won't let you coach during a match? I don't get that. That's another question for another time. But Rachel Kessler, it's been great to visit with you a couple of times. And good luck the rest of the way in the volleyball season, because even if you don't get into the playoffs this year, I think with your talented youth on your club, I think you have a chance.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back and have more on the Countdown to Kickoff show, as it'll be Terry against Kempner. This is VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Hi, this is Mariela.
And Melina, coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome back. We're done with our Countdown to Kickoff show, and the Terry Rangers have run out onto the field already, and the Kempner Cougars are assembled inside their inflatable tunnel, trying to make sure that the homecoming crowd is happy. Patrick Kinnick is now with me. Welcome in. Thanks for bringing the drinks. Somebody had to.
Yes.
We're delegating a whole lot of things. In fact, we have Wesley Smith, Kempner class of 2020, to make sure that we have the right information and can tell everybody who the homecoming king and the homecoming queen are. But welcome in. And do you know too much about Terry? Because if you don't, I can tell you a couple of things.
Well, I thought I heard that they were 1 win and 4 losses. Is that right?
They're 1 win and 5 losses.
5 losses.
But I would make the point that that just doesn't really tell the whole story, because they have played the very toughest teams in district play. So they kind of got them out of the way, and they've kind of gotten their nose bloodied and, I don't know, maybe even their jaw broken. It's a very, very brutal district that Kempner and Terry play in. But the thing is, so you have Terry, which has the 1 win over Lamar Consolidated. That is a district opponent, but they lost in district play to Clements, who we know is pretty good, Hightower, who is leading the district currently, Manville, which only has 1 district loss, Angleton, which is a pretty salty team, and also the Foster Falcons, who lost last night to Hightower. But other than that, Foster's having an outstanding season.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I hope that Kempner does not take Terry lightly, because the 1 and 5 does not tell the story.
I talked, it's interesting, on the way up here, I got a chance to talk to a set of both teams' coaches, and both of them were confident. Both sides were confident that they were going to win this game. So that's a good little a way to look into the ball game as we get started. Both teams feeling good about the victory today.
And, I guess going into the American League Division Series, both the White Sox and the Astros were confident, but so far it has only been the Astros' confidence, which has proven to be justified.
Well,
and so one of these teams or another is going to get knocked down a peg or two, and one of them will get a valuable district win. And we'll have the kickoff for you when we come back on VypeFortBend.com.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
All right, it is going to be Kempner and Terry fighting it out for an important district win. And Patrick, when we talked before that last break about how difficult it is in this district with opponents such as Pato and Foster and Hightower and Manville and Angleton, there are certain games that if you are considered on one of those teams in the lower tier that is trying to somehow elbow your way into the playoff picture, you're simply going to have to win the games that you should win. And both Kempner and Terry have to look at this. They look across the sideline and say, we must beat these guys if we're going to have a chance.
That's what one of the Terry, let's see, was it the Terry coach? One of the coaches was saying the same thing, that this is a key game to try to get into the playoffs. And like you said, they're trying to sneak their way in, try to be the 4th team perhaps. And they got this one circled on the schedule as an opportunity. Both sides have this as an opportunity. So let's see how this works out. Both the team captains are heading out there to the 50-yard line for the
By the way, Patrick,
ceremonial toink.
I'm going to help you as much as I can with the Kempner roster, but I don't happen to have a Terry roster.
Oh, my goodness.
So when it comes to Terry, it's all you. I will look over your shoulder if you need me to.
Yeah, I guess you could maybe tell us who the
Kempner captains
are.
All right, we've got Tobias Jackson. Also, Cody Winfam. Jacoby King. And number 72, one of the big and beefy ones, Noah Yassin. And we also have some other Kempner student names to give to our audience, and this is very important,
yes,
Patrick.
The most important part of the game right here.
And it is
or
the crowning of the homecoming king and queen. And congratulations, they did this in a pre-game ceremony. And Madison Lee is the Kempner 2021 homecoming queen, and Jacoby King, he's on the field right now.
And he was the king.
Congratulations, Jacoby King. You're the king.
Well,
and you're a captain too. Captains and kings.
Yeah, the Terry captains. You had Anthony Axel, Elijah Sims, Raul Gerardo, and it looks like Michael Odom were the 4 players out there for the Terry Rangers in the coin toss. The Kempner Cougars are going to be taking the kickoff here. We got
Ikenna Equum is back in deep safety, and so is Edrian Gray.
Edrian Gray and Equum, number 7. And then they're deep at about the 10-yard line. It's going to be a kick into the wind, I think. I think the wind, it's hard to tell which way the wind's blowing. It kind of blowing from our backside here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be blowing at the backs of the Kempner Cougars in the first quarter, and that's helpful generally. But I will say this, one of the hardest things to do is field a high kickoff where you are the receiving team and the wind is at your back, as if it's kicked way high in the air and it's moving away from you as it's coming down. That can be a serious problem and a very difficult thing to do.
Albert Campos is ready to kick it off. He's got it teed up at the 40. We're underway here. We're about to be underway. And there's the left-footed kick. It's going to land right around the 10-yard line. And that is Equum. He's running to his left to the 20, 25. He's going to be stopped right there at the 25-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage down there by the Terry Rangers. Avery Gibson was one of the guys on the tackle.
19-yard return, and for what it's worth, which is nothing in terms of how this game will turn out, but last night the Kempner girls beat Terry in volleyball to improve to 5-7 on their season. And Kempner's not going to be going to the volleyball playoffs this year, but I really like the assembly of talent and their new head coach, Rachel Kessler. I think Kempner might be a playoff contender in seasons to come, like next year.
Well, let's see. Kempner comes to the line with Javon Goss at quarterback, number 21. Got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and he's back to pass. He's rolling to his right, being rushed. He's going to get it off, but it's going to be out of bounds. He just threw that ball away as a couple of Terry defenders were hot on the trail there. Number 72, Jonte McCauley was one of the guys in there chasing him down from his right end.
And as soon as the ball came out of Goss's hand, he was absolutely blasted by Juan Rodriguez. And it was a totally clean hit, as the perfect timing and everything. Right. So Goss, they can't afford to lose Goss because they lost the guy they had designated as their starting quarterback at the beginning of the year, and that was Evers.
They have a timeout here on the field. One of the referee, I think it's a referee, not sure what they're delaying it for here. I'm trying to find our referee. There he is. He's talking to the back judge, I think.
Yeah, what could this be about?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're both teams sort of got to the line. Here's an announcement, perhaps.
Please reset the play clock to 11:30. 11:30.
Okay, so they just want to play. Yeah,
I think he meant the game clock because the play clock would not be 11:30.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, it's at 10:57 showing on the scoreboard, and by the time they do all this, we could have just gotten in a couple of plays. And
if the referee insists on setting the game clock at 11:30, you can't resume the game until the clock is properly set.
I understand that it's just there it is. 11:30's on the clock now. He's got it. The clock operator was able to maneuver that. We got trips to the right now for the Kempner Cougars, going from right to left here in the first quarter. It's Goss taking a shotgun snap this time. And he rolls with right again. Little flip pass. He's got a man open at the 30, 33-yard line. It's going to be complete. Looks like number 15. Win? Am I reading it right? Or is it 16? Could be Corbin
I think it's
Evers.
Corbin Evers.
Corbin Evers is the receiver down there, number 16.
Now, Corbin Evers, you remember he started that game against Dulles, the season opener, where Kempner played very poorly and lost. But have things changed because Dulles it's becoming a very difficult season for them, and Kempner, when they're not playing one of the real heavyweights, has played pretty well. They got wins over Milby and Wisdom by large margins.
It's 3rd and 2 now. That play yielded 8 yards for him. I formation. Hand off to the up man. They ran into each other, but he got the first down, and it looks like, well, here's the guy I don't know how to pronounce. Durasami?
Abdulli Durasomi.
I think I got it pretty close.
Abdulli Durasomi. Let's make it into a little song. Abdulli Durasomi, Durasami, Durasami.
And he got the first down by 3 yards. He was able to pick up 5 yards. He ran into the quarterback. The quarterback spun. They ran into each other, and he was still able to get the first down despite that.
He might have scored if he hadn't run into his quarterback.
I formation again. They come. And it's going to be the second man this time. He gets a few yards. That is Peters, Justin Peters. He looks like about close to 4 yards. It didn't look quite as good the first time through, but they're going to mark it as a 4-yard gain. And simple I formation, lead blocker, and head on into the pile, and he got 4 yards out of it. That's
By the way, Mr.
Game.
Wisconsin, got a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think when you see a running back wearing number 5?
Jeez.
He was before our time.
Okay, I got to think about that. Here is the quarterback, Goss, with the I formation again. Receiver right, receiver left. And he fakes the handoff this time. Up the middle he goes. He's going deep, and he's going to overthrow his receiver. He was open, but a pretty good job by the Terry defense. Fred Dillard was probably the closest guy to possibly catch that ball. And the receiver for Kempner,
Fortune Iwu.
Fortune Iwu. It looked like number 25, but it was 26.
And you remember Milli Vanilli, what frauds they were. They had that song called Blame It on the Rain. On that pass, you can blame it on the wind.
I think
because,
so,
yeah. Goss got a lot of air under it,
Sure
and the
did.
wind just carried it away from the defender and the receiver.
Yeah, he was open for a time there, and the ball just kind of floated on him. 3rd and 6. Goss gets a man in motion to his left, and now he's rolling to his left. He's still got the ball. Pretty good pursuit. Is he going to get that first down? He's close. He breaks the seam. He's past the 50 to the 45, inside the 45 of the Terry Rangers. It looked like the Rangers might have had him hemmed in there, but he made a nice cut, and he was able to get inside the 50 to the 42-yard line of the Terry Rangers. Good run by the quarterback, Javon Goss.
And you know what? Xfinity is the future of awesome, and it's pretty obvious that the sophomore quarterback Javon Goss has an awesome future. He was pressed into service in the very first game. He's had the starting quarterback job the rest of the way, and he is leading Kempner.
So far, he's looking good. The offense has got a couple of first downs on the march here. I formation again. They've had this formation multiple times. Fake handoff. He rolls to his right, being pressured, and he's going to be sacked for about a 10-yard loss. Whoa. That's a great play by Elijah Sims. He's one of their big defensive stars, and he made a big play that time. An 8-yard loss. They mark it at the 50 for forward progress. And a tough play for the Kempner Cougars there. They had things going, and now it's going to be second down and a long 18. These are the kind of play calls you prefer not to have if you're the play caller.
Yeah, it kind of takes the running game out of the equation.
Yep.
I mean, they might have a running play prepared here that might work out, but more than likely, you got to throw it on 2nd and 18.
Here's the shotgun formation now. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Fake inside handoff. He's going to keep it, but he's not going to go anywhere. His big number 73 was in there. That's Cameron Lewis, along with Elijah Sims again. Another loss, Roger.
That's why I was saying, you might want to throw it on 2nd and 18.
He faked it, and then it looked like he was just going to keep it, and he lost. He ended up losing 3 more yards, making it 3rd and a long 21 for the Cougars, and this is a tough situation. You're going to probably have to put it up here.
Yes.
Maybe a screen pass. Who knows? Maybe a little safe screen pass. But
how about this? Here's a little idea.
Yeah. Throw it deep.
How about a quick kick?
I was thinking the same thing,
punt it,
Roger.
You got the wind at your
you
back.
Have nobody back.
Let it roll all the way to the 1-yard line.
Yeah. They're not going to do that. Oh, got a motion on the left side. The receiver jumped a little bit before the snap, and that was that was Tremaine Mitchell.
Okay, so while
excuse me, that wasn't Tremaine Mitchell. It was Jeff Hollins. I was looking at the wrong roster.
No relation to Lionel Hollins.
I'm sure Mr. Hollins was appreciative of me being able to correct that. It'll be 3rd down and 26 now.
Okay, running back. before our time, wore number 5.
Number 5.
I'll give you a hint. He was a Heisman Trophy winner on a losing team. What a travesty that is.
Oh, gosh.
He went to a Catholic university, but he wasn't exactly a choir boy.
Oh, I know who we were talking about. We're talking about Paul Horning.
Yes.
The golden boy.
Even got suspended for gambling while he was a pro player.
What the heck, huh? Here's Goss back to pass, being rushed. He lofts one to the left side. It's going to be intercepted. There's a penalty marker on the play, and the Terry Ranger defender is going all the way down to the 15-yard line. And it's Fred Dillard, but I think there might be interference on this play, although I'm not sure if I saw that interference.
Well, I think I did.
You did? Okay,
there
Roger.
There were 2 defenders there.
Yeah.
The ball kind of,
it floated.
It floated up there, and I think they were trying to get Evers to make a jump ball catch. And while Evers was waiting for it to come down, one of the other DBs kind of grabbed his arms, pushed him out of the way, whatever.
Had his mitts on him, and I think that's going to nullify a big play for the Rangers. That we have one of the Kempner linemen trying to tackle the interceptor there, and he's down at the 15-yard line. Are we going to take a short break here, Roger?
I think we should.
Yes.
Let's do that. Sorry. I think we should.
No score here in the first quarter. Rangers and Cougars.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Back here at Hall Stadium, lineman for the Cougars is up and walking gingerly. Joseph Nagasa. He was tracking down the interceptor, Fred Dillard, and he got tumbled a little bit and got his knee. Looks like it might be a knee or an ankle. But on the play, there was a penalty marker, and it's going to be a defensive pass interference against the Rangers. And the sad thing about that for the Rangers was there's no need for the interference. They were, even if the receiver would have caught it, he would have been a solid 10 yards short of the first down. A little anxious there, but a big break for the Cougars as they take the ball at the 43-yard line now of the Rangers. Goss fakes a handoff, rolls to his right, little pass into the flat. It's complete inside the 40 to 37, and that was Omi.
Omi. Oh my!
And tell me his first name.
Okay, I'm kind of working on something over here.
I hear
Sorry.
you.
Chibukum Omi.
I think I'm going to call him Omi.
Actually, I need the tape.
Omi makes the catch for a gain of, looks like about 7 yards.
Yeah, you don't have to say the first name. Just say
6.
Omi.
They're going to call it a 6-yard gain, so it'll be second down and 4. That was a good play. They just faked the handoff, rolled to the right, and he flipped it to this receiver into flat.
It really seems to work.
Here's a handoff, left side, going to be chased, and maybe for a loss. That's Omi again. Boy, oh boy, they did not fool anybody there. That was number 15, Hammond, Masha Hamed, or Hamed. He took them for a loss of, 6 yards. The 6 yards that they had gained on first down, they lost on second down, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
You know, there's some of those names you don't know.
Right.
It's
where
the first
accent
name is either one way or the other.
Right.
It's either Jared or Gerard.
Right.
And you don't always know.
And in this one here, it's Hamed or it's Hamed.
I'll go with Hamed.
Hamed. Roger is the
I'm
resident
just
expert here.
No,
he's a lot better than I am. Here's the I formation now. They've had this formation multiple times. Now we have one of the Cougars jumping on the line, and the Terry Rangers were pointing vehemently for the penalty
vehemently,
marker.
I like that word.
And they got the marker.
Things are blowing off our table.
I'm so thankful that Roger has a roll of tape, because we would not be able to hold on to our roster sheets and so on. And my sunglasses went flying here just a moment ago, and got to reevaluate where to put those if they're not on. Here's the 3rd and 15 now. They've had a couple of long distances on third down. Last time it was an interference call that got them the first down. And this time they got 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. And Goss waits for the shotgun snap. Straight back to pass. He's got some time this time. Now he rolls to his right, a lot of room to the right, but he's looking downfield, still looking, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds for looks like no gain. There's a penalty marker on the play, on the line of scrimmage. It might have been one of those pre-snap penalties.
I can't imagine how this could be against anybody other than Kempner.
Yeah.
Probably a hold.
We're going to be seeing, we're trying to find.
Sure enough, it's a holding penalty against the offense.
Yeah, well, you were right about that, and I was wrong about the pre-snap. He saw the hold, and that must have been the hold to get Goss to the outside when he was rolling to the right. Now the Rangers are going to get the ball for the first time here, and we have the kicker in the game. It's going to be Corbin Evers. He's going to be the kicker, and he'll have a nice breeze to his back. I'm trying to find out who the receiver is down there. Looks like it could be Odom for the Rangers. Here's the kick. It's a end-over-end knuckler. That was not Odom. It was Mitchell, Tremaine Mitchell, deep, and it knuckled out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Pretty effective kick. No return, and the Rangers now will get the ball for the first time.
Yeah, that's an ideal situation. Get the other team pinned back. Although I was kind of hoping you might see them. Like in golf, you use instead of hitting it high in the air, you kind of bump it with your 7-iron. It doesn't really get off the ground all that much, but then you just let it roll. That might have been fun, but this is still a very good field position situation for the Kempner defense to try and make something happen.
Well, here's Cruz now, the quarterback. He's got Odom to his right, and he's got 3 receivers to the left. Now he got man in motion. A little flip pass on the inside. It's Mitchell. He's still running to the 25, 26-yard line. Tremaine Mitchell came in motion, and they did a little shovel pass in front of him, but there was a marker on the play. What was the marker?
I have a feeling this is another one of those holding calls, and here's Carl Birch. Actually, it's offsides Kempner.
Yeah, they're going to decline that one. First down run of about 15 yards. They'll take that play, and the Rangers are on the line quickly here. Apparently, one of the Cougars lined up offside, and they were still able to get a good gain on the play. Here is Cruz now, shotgun. Same formation, opposite way. They flip it. They got 3 receivers to the right now, man in motion, same play. They fake it, and they hand it off to Odom, who picks and feels his way to the 30-yard line. Little stutter step right, and he comes back to the left, and he's able to pick up, looks like about 3 yards. So they faked the inside handoff, and then they handed it off to the back, Odom.
Very quick feet for Michael Odom, and he's one of those smallish backs who can kind of hide behind their good-sized offensive line, and then all of a sudden he squirts through the crevice of daylight, and look out, it could be off to the races.
Cruz has the snap, fakes the handoff, looks left. Now he's up into the pocket looking to run now. Maybe he's being rushed, and he throws it downfield. It's going to be out of bounds. I think he was throwing that thing away, which is a smart play on his part. He didn't find what he wanted. Felt the heavy pressure and then decided to just send it forth to the sideline.
And by the way, Coach Andrus, before the season, was telling me he was very happy with his team's defense, especially their ability to rush the passer. So you had Chidera Onwidui, who got in there, and also Cody Wynn-Pham, that was really pressuring Cruz as he tried to get it away.
Yeah, you saw the pressure that time. Here's the snap, quick pitch. Odom's got it. He's to the 30, and he's going to get to the 31, and that's it. Nice play on the defensive end by Wynn-Pham. He held on tight, and I don't even think they gave him a 1-yard gain. I think it was a no gain. Good job of defense by the Cougars.
It's not often you see an absolute pure, simple solo tackle. And that's what we saw right there. Yeah, and you also see that Wynn-Pham lines up as the left linebacker or defensive end, depending on whether he has a hand on the ground or standing up. And so on the previous play, he sprinted all the way from this side of the hash marks to beyond the numbers on the far side to pressure Cruz.
That was a good play, and it's a one-on-one tackle, too, which is not easy. The Kempner Cougars are going to be getting the ball back. Here's a snap for the punt. Left-footed. It's high in the air, kind of knuckling, and it's not a real strong kick. It lands on the 50, rolls about 4 yards, maybe 5. Great field position for the Kempner Cougars. Are we taking a short break here, Roger?
No, we'll keep it right here.
Right here. They're going to get their second possession starting on the 45.
When I try to take a break after a punt,
It's hard.
It's just, I don't think we have any commercials that are short enough for that.
Yeah, it's hard to time that. Now, that said, you're going to have a long break this time, Roger. They're going to be some kind of a...
they'll have to reset the play clock or something like that.
Kempner coming on out of the field now for their second possession. They had some positive plays, and then they also had a couple of penalties that hurt them in that first series. They were able to get the ball inside Terry territory, but stalled around the 40. Goss has an I formation behind him, and a receiver right, receiver to the left. He's waiting for his snap. Hand off to the I back. He's got a lead blocker. He's going to get about 2 yards on the play. That's Justin Peters. Not much doing on the right side of the line that time. Good job by the Terry Ranger defense to really clog that hole up.
Can I describe the Kempner uniforms?
Please do, Roger.
Very, very sharp. They have the dark gray. It's kind of a gunmetal gray pants and jersey with the white numerals outlined in maroon. They have maroon sleeves and the maroon helmet with the white numbers on the side, and Kempner across the front above the number. Very sharp-looking unis.
You got that right. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Cougars. Another I formation coming this time. Peters has got it. He's past the 50, close to the 45, 46-yard line. He's about 1.5 yards short of the first down. That time they got a nice surge from the line. They're able to pick up solid positive yards here, and they're poised now with a 3rd and short, about 1.5 yards.
I was anxious to see, now that we have a 3rd and short, was Kempner going to send out maybe a different package of personnel, maybe some big guys to be lead blockers, but it looks like they'll just go with their standard I formation.
Yep, that's the I formation again, and they're going to power their way through, I think. Goss waiting for the snap under center. He's going to go to the up man, and oh boy, it was read beautifully by number 45. That is Mercado? Mercado? Is that how we say that guy's name?
Hold on a second. So that was Abduli Durasomi carrying the ball.
Yeah,
so
and then
Mercado.
Mercado got the he was keying on the fullback who got the ball, and now we have a timeout on the play. I believe it's Kempner calling a timeout.
Yeah, let's take
No
it.
score here in the first quarter between Kempner and Terry.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
A big 4th and 2 coming here for the Kempner Cougars. They got the I formation with Goss under center. They had just called the timeout to draw up the play. It's the second man through. Peters, he's gonna not get there by the great defensive effort from the Terry Rangers. Jordan Randall, one of the men in there on that tackle. They call the timeout, came out of the I formation, second man through. And the Terry Rangers apparently discussed that potential play during the timeout, and Randall, among others, were all over the play. Unfortunate for Cougars, they had a chance. There was 2nd down, and actually it was 3rd and 1.5. They lost a half yard, and then they had 4th and 2, and they were unable to pick up that 4th and 2.
And Randall spells his last name like John Randall, the NFL Hall of Famer from Hearne, Texas. Randall as in handle. And he handled things right there.
He sure did. Here's Cruz waiting for the snap. Man in motion to the left. He's flushed to the right now as he's trying to pass. He's to the 45 and then ridden out of bounds at about the 40, well, close to the 50, depending on where they mark it here.
And good restraint on the part of Cody Wynn Pham. I think
could have leveled
he
it.
really wanted to level him, but that would have drawn a 15-yard penalty. So the best thing to do is just maybe give him enough of a shove where he
let him know you're
falls
here
on the track.
Yeah. It ended up picking up 4 yards on the play, and the other thing is Cruz was sort of cruising to the sideline as if to say, I'm not going any further. No need to pummel me here. 3 receivers to the left. Cruz waits for the shotgun snap. Quick pass. He's got a completed pass to Mitchell, and he's close to the first down, and he got a couple of lead blockers. He got down to the 47-yard line. It was only a gain of 3. It looked like more. I guess it's because he received the ball about 3 or 4 yards deep.
And if Trumaine Mitchell, well, I guess he's going to be short, but he got what he got because of a nice little, very subtle shoulder shake move. Jacoby King was trying to maintain containment and keep him inside.
Now we have a whistle on the 3rd and 3 play, and Kempner is going to use their second timeout here with 27 seconds left in the quarter. No score.
First Siren Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firsttireauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Siren Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireauto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
3rd and 3 for the Rangers as we're back here at Hall Stadium on a beautiful October Saturday afternoon. Here's the snap to Cruz. Looks to the left. He's got his man on a little screen play, bubble screen, and it's going to be a first down. He's all the way to the 35-yard line. Nice pass by Cruz, and then a good reception by the receiver. I'm trying to find his number. He's sideways, and I can't see his number. It's got a 1 in it, I think. I still can't see it. Turn around, fella. It's amazing. Number 14 made the reception. That is Alfonso Brown. He's one of their main men. Here's a Mitchell coming in motion, his little inside handoff flip pass. He's got the 30. He's to the 25, to the 20, all the way down to the 25-yard line. And we're going to take a short break. That's the last play of the first quarter. There's no score. We'll be back after this short message.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Cruz has got it rolling to his left, looking down the field, and a great catch, but he's out of bounds. Mitchell, he made a one-handed stab at that ball, and he caught it, but he was well out of bounds on the catch as Cruz rolled to his left on the first and 10.
You know what, Patrick? I think the umpire needs to check him for spider tack.
Well,
because how did he get that ball to stick in his hand? It's one of the greatest plays that were of no consequence that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was
if it had been
catch.
Canadian football, it would have been a spectacular catch, and it would have counted.
Here's Cruz now with a Odom behind him in a pistol formation. Odom's got it. Left side. He's trying to get some yardage to the 15 to the 13-yard line. A great job of pursuit by the Kempner Cougars. They a trio of fellas got him on that play, including let's see, number 10.
Well, Cody Wynn-Pham is number 10. He finished it off, but it was because of the containment of Abayomi Wiggins.
Yeah,
Wiggins made sure that he didn't get loose.
The coaches told me they call him AW, so you can call him AW Wiggins. Here's Cruz. Mitchell coming in motion. That's that little flip play they've run 2 or 3 times. He's got the 15. He's close to the 10, and he's ridden out of bounds around the 8-yard line. He comes in motion, and they do a little shovel pass to him, and he just continues on through the right side. And he's gotten positive yards on every play they've run on that. But now it's 4th down and 3. I don't see a field goal kicker coming out.
And it was only because of Trumaine Mitchell's great speed that he was able to get something out of that. Kempner played it perfectly. If you want to spread out thinly and move laterally, they closed up every alley.
It's 4th down and 3 from the 8-yard line. And the Terry Rangers are going to go for the big score here. Cruz has got it. Inside handoff. Odom to the 5. He's all the way into the end zone. Touchdown. He ran the right play that time. He was open through the crease that time. Good blocking by the Terry Ranger line. They had a play in mind for the situation, and they called the right one. For the first points of the ball game, Terry Rangers take the lead. It's 6-0 pending our extra point from Albert Campos. He's got Mitchell holding for him. Left footer. Here's the snap. It's a pretty good one. Here's the kick, and it's a high kick, and it's going to be good. And there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's all about first. They got a couple of markers, and the referees are going to discuss it. Both teams still come off the field as if it might be no affecting in the play. We'll take a short break here, Roger. Yeah. It's 7-0 the Rangers.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Patrick, we've got a great week coming up. Every week is a great week.
Tell us about the great week.
Tuesday night, it's volleyball. Ridge Point taking on the Dulles Vikings. Then on Thursday night, these same Kempner Cougars. And this is a difficult thing, Patrick. By the way, I got to turn this down slightly. Okay, it's a difficult thing. You're playing a Saturday game.
Yeah.
At least it's not a Saturday night game, but then they have to turn around and on Thursday night, they play the Hightower Hurricanes, the district leading team. And those Hurricanes are really rolling under their new head coach, Cornelius Anthony. Then on Friday, we'll have Marshall and Willow Ridge, the battle to determine supremacy in their Class 5A Division II district. And then on Saturday night, well, you know what that is. It's Clements against Travis, starring Tigers deep snapper Sam Kinnick.
Jeez. Whoa! Now there was a penalty on the extra point, and it was a personal foul against the Cougars.
Yeah, it must have been not just offside, but something a felony basically.
I don't know what you would do on an extra point to yield a personal foul. So that means Campos is going to be kicking Campos from the 45 of the Kempner Cougars. Will he just kick it out of the end zone? No, a little pop-up, and it's going to be fielded on the 20 and then just goes out of bounds with it. That was the man who received it was Davis Hunter. He just kind of took it and glided out of bounds. You wonder sometimes if you should just go for the onside kick when it's like that, because you got such. No matter if you don't get it, it's going to be, it's not horrible field position you're giving up, but they decided for the little pop up to the 20. So I think if you're the Cougars, you're feeling okay about that too. Could have been a whole lot worse. Well, the Cougars are now down 7-0. The scoreboard says 20-0. I'm not sure how they got 20 on the board there.
I've never seen a 20-point touchdown.
19 points for the touchdown and 1 for the conversion, or 15 for the touchdown, 5 for the conversion. Here come the Cougars now. Handoff, fake to Peters. Right side, completed pass. It's to the 25, 27-yard line. That's Evers making the reception. The ball was just sort of floated out there, and he was so open, he just waited for it, got it, and then was able to get about 3 yards on the run afterwards.
And it's Evers who had to exit their very first game against Dulles back in August. And he had an ankle injury, and I was kind of wondering if it was serious enough to keep him out all season. He doesn't seem to have quite the quickness that he did before, but he did make a fine catch there and a good run afterward.
He's turning into the reliable receiver for the Cougars. As Goss has it now, he's in the shotgun, straight back, lots of time. Now he's being rushed, and he eludes the rush. He's going to get a first down on the scramble. He rolls to the right, and Rogers looking for a penalty marker, and he got it. Little late hit out of bounds as he was well into the thick chalk marking where he got another hit. That's going to tack on another 15.
You know, the first guy who was going after him, I think they would have let that go. But he had a teammate come in and kind of make the hit that was beyond the boundary, and it was plain as the nose on your face.
Well, Roger.
You'll hear the call from Carl Birch. Well, Patrick, his microphone stayed on long enough for him to say dead ball, and then he said something after that, but it was not amplified, so only he and those close to him heard it.
Well, we definitely saw the signal, too, and we knew the call right away. Roger was flipping the flag out up here before the flag came out, so he was all over that one. First down and 10 for the Cougars from their own 49. They've gotten from their 20 to the 49. Goss waits for the snap. Inside handoff, Peters. Got the 50, and he's all the way to the 40, close to the 44. They're going to probably mark it closer to the 45, but a pickup of, for sure, 6 yards and a nice first down play. They're going to give him 7 yards on that play.
A textbook cutback run. I mean, it's very difficult to, sometimes it's just God-given, I believe. Running backs,
absolutely.
I don't know how they figure out where to go
when
everything is just flashing in front of them so quickly.
Yeah, and he was very patient. He wasn't too quick through the hole, and he gets the 7 yards, second and 3 now for the Cougars. Goss, back to pass. He's got a man open, and he should have had it. He had it in his hand, and he dropped it. Watson Royston.
He sounds like a law firm.
He had it in his hand, and the defender was there pretty quick after the attempted catch, but I think he wishes he would have had it back.
You know, he caught it just like he should with 2 hands, but I think he was so quick to try and tuck it away that it slipped out of his hands as he was trying to tuck it away.
Yeah, I think he felt the defense behind him. It's still a manageable third down, 3rd and 3 for the Cougars from the 44-yard line to the Terry Rangers. Goss waiting for the snap. Inside, fake to Peters. Goss has still got it. He's going to be sacked for a healthy loss. That is Jordan Randall again. Boy, he's had a couple of nice plays here this afternoon.
2 sacks already in this first half, and with his team up 7-0, he kind of takes the Cougars out of a decent opportunity to go for it on 4th down. They've got a punt now.
Well, I said this afternoon, it's still morning. It's still 11:40, so we're getting close to the afternoon. That was a fake to Peters, and then Goss rolled to the left. I'm not sure what he was. I think he was looking for a receiver. I don't think it was going to be a bootleg totally, but Randall was so quick to the play that there was not much that could happen for Goss. And now the Cougars are going to be punting again. Evers is going to kick it, kind of a wobbly, spinning spiral, but it's a very effective kick as he kicks it down to the 15-yard line with no return. That's a pretty good kick. 36-yard kick with no return, and you got your opponent pinned down inside their 20. I think part of their strategy today is to not allow the return man of Terry touch the ball, which is not a bad strategy.
By the way, Patrick, for those who might be wondering, they want to feel like they're here. Well, it's 82 degrees, and it's just going to be getting higher as we have the sun go directly overhead.
As long as we have a breeze, I'll be okay. Here's the handoff to Odom, and he's going left, going right, and he's not going to get anything.
What beautiful defense. I mean, they had it covered across the board.
Yep, 3 men on that tackle.
You got Ikenna Ekwem, who was there. It was Chibukum Omi. And I just don't think I'm going to be able to identify everyone.
I think A.W. Wiggins was on the play as well.
And maybe Jeff Hollins.
So it'll be a second down and 11 for the Terry Rangers. Yes, Terry Rangers. Here's the snap. Cruz almost bobbled it, or he did bobble it. Now he's rolling to the right. Penalty marker on a play. Downfield he goes. He's got a completion to his receiver, and it's Cameron Wilson, but I believe we're going to have a hold.
Yeah, we sure are. And the guy who got caught with his hand in the cookie jar or a handful of jersey was Hector Sierra. He knew that the guy that he was supposed to block was about to sack his quarterback. And that is Chidera Onanwudi. I'm sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. Let me try it again. I have to look at it. Onwudi. I believe that's it. Onwudwe. Chidera Onwudwe.
That takes the ball all the way down inside the 10. Let's see where they're going to mark it. It's going to be half the distance.
When I said Onwudwe, I think I sounded like Mrs. Dr. Biden.
My goodness.
When she tried to say, yes, we can in Spanish. It was hilarious.
The ball is going to be marked at the 7. And that'll bring up a second down and looks like 18 yards to go for the Rangers now. And they're in a tough spot here at the shadow of their own goal line now. One of the Kempner Cougars has jumped, and I think he might have jumped without.
Onwudwe, after drawing the holding penalty, gives back 5 of the yards by just jumping the gun. You know, all you got to do is wait and make sure the ball moves before you do, and everything will be fine.
Well, we say that, but boy, you see that happen a lot, and so obviously the sounds of the quarterback do make a difference, even though that ball's sitting right in front of you. Here's Cruz waiting for the shotgun snap. He's got 2 receivers to the right and to the left, with Odom to his right. He's going to make the pass right away, and it's to the 15, and about the 17-yard line is where he's going to go. That's Alfonso Brown. Just a quick hitch pass, and he took it and was able to get about 4 or 5 yards. Gives you a manageable third down, 3rd and about 7 for the Terry Rangers.
Before that previous play, when Onwudwe jumped off sides, I almost said something that would have made me look foolish. I was thinking, with a long way to go for a first down, Kempner needs to get aggressive. But Onwudwe was obviously too aggressive.
Yes. Same formation with twins to the right and to the left. Cruz back to pass, and he steps up into the pocket now. Nowhere to go. Makes a fake. He's still nowhere to go. Good pursuit. Downfield, he passes it. It's incomplete. Great job by
Omi.
He had it in his sights.
I thought you needed help.
Well, I could do the last name, Omi. He spied that quarterback and wouldn't allow him to make any fakes to get past him, and then that forced Cruz to have to throw it out of bounds. And good job by the Cougars. They got him down, pinned on that punt to the 15, and they were able to keep him down there. And now the Cougars are going to get good field position off of this punt. Bentencourt. No, that's not right. It's Gray deep. I was looking at the wrong roster. Here's the kick. Gray's got it, though he's not going to get it. It bounces at the 50. He lets it bounce, and there's no more of a bounce to be had. So Mitchell for Terry just takes it, downs it. But the Cougars get great field position at the 49-yard line, trying to get the tying score. They have the right score on the scoreboard now. It's 7-0.
There, that's much, much better. Yeah. Imagine if you happen to be late to the game and you were too foolish to listen to VypeFortBend.com, and you walk in and you see the scoreboard and it says 20-0, you're saying, how can we be losing this bad?
Yeah.
But it's only 7-0.
But then you look at it, and then they get to be surprised by the good score if you're Kempner. Goss with Peters behind him. You got your fullback slightly to the right. Lead blocker, and Peters has got it, and he's going to gain maybe a half a yard. Great job by Terry on the defense. Really plugging that hole up. Nowhere for Peters to go that time.
We can see 2 quality defenses on the field, and I was just really amazed at what happened when Omi was just shadowing Cruz and spying. You know, usually at this level of football, the guy who is the 21st century high school quarterback is a quarterback because he can elude most of the tacklers, but Omi is every bit as agile as Cruz.
Yeah, he made a great play, which got them to be able to get the punt here. Here's the fake handoff. Goss has got it, but he's going to be taken down by his shirt tail. And that is Elijah Sims. The ball came out at the end, but he was clearly down. Referee pointed to the ground immediately. A 1-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 10 as Goss held the ball. He was going to run it himself, but the shirt tail was flopping in the wind, and Sims was able to grab on.
Only if it had been 55 years ago, Patrick, when they had tearaway jerseys.
Yeah.
You remember? You can see some old video of those tearaway jerseys. Those were dangerous, but we used them anyway, and we liked it.
Now 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Goss waiting for a shotgun snap. 49-yard line, their own, and they're 3rd and 10. Big rush. It's going to be Sims again. Elijah Sims is having himself a heck of a first half. He had a couple of helpers there. He had Jordan Randall in there, along with, I can't read the other number, but 3 of the rushers were in there hot and heavy. Looks like Hamed was in there as well. Is there a marker on the field?
There's a marker way over there at the opposite 40. And
it's a hold against Kempner.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter. It was a big loss. It was a loss of, looks like about 13 yards. They were coming in on him. Goss had no chance at all.
That's the definition of bringing the house.
Yeah.
They brought everybody, and Kempner left the door unlocked.
They sure
They even left the door ajar. And so this means it's a tough punt, tough place from which to punt.
Evers has got it now, or he's going to get the punt off. It is a spiraling punt. Fair catch called for at the 25-yard line by Odom.
Wow, that is a beauty into the wind.
That was a great kick. He got them all the way down to their own 24-yard line.
40-yard punt into the wind with no return.
That's about as good as you could get.
And it wasn't with a bounce. It was a fair catch.
Right, 4:31 to play here in the first half. 7-0 Terry. We're going to take a short break.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Odom got the handoff, and he was stopped right away for looks like a 2-yard loss. Gray was in there on the play, among others, for the Kempner Cougars. A 2-yard loss. It makes it a 2nd down and 12. Terry, after their touchdown drive, has not done a whole lot. Give the Cougars credit for stepping up the defense. Cruz, quick pass. It's complete. That's Mitchell. He scampers his way to the 30-yard line. He made a decision quick, and straight up the field he went for a gain of about, looks like about 8 yards, 9 yards. Making it 3rd down and about 4 for the Terry Rangers. Clock continues to run, 3:40 to play here in the first half. Rangers trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Cougars trying to stop them and get the ball back and maybe get the tying score. Cruz now waiting for the snap. He's got runners to his right and left. Wilkerson's going to get it. His first carry of the game, Devin Wilkerson, and he is short of the first down by about 3 yards.
Yep.
Let's see where they mark it.
I don't think there's any way that Terry's going to go for it. They've got the lead.
He's 2 yards short of the first down.
They are lining up like they
as
want
if they're
to.
going to go for it. I can't believe they're going to go for it here. They do. Cruz has got it. He's going to pass. On 3rd and 2, he's being rushed. He almost was sacked. He peels out of that. He's still running, and it's going to be a great play for the Cougars because they're going to get the ball to the 20-yard line.
That is so
awesome. Oh, my goodness.
They were not taken by surprise.
It's almost like they didn't realize it was 4th down, the Terry Rangers.
I'm starting to think you might be onto something
Unbelievable. They lost, what did they lose, about 10 yards on the play. More than 10 yards, about 12, well, I guess about, check that, that's about a 9-yard loss. I don't understand that at all. They, if they don't get it, you're going to give them great field position. But not only that, they lost 9 yards. Kempner starts 1st and 10 on the Ranger 21-yard line, opening the door for some momentum here for the Cougars. Wow. Here they come. Goss shotgun. Peters to his right. It's going to be a handoff And a run to the right side. Trying hard for the run is Hollins, but he's brought down again by, you guessed it, Elijah Sims. He had him by the shoulder that time and flung him down for a loss of 2 as Hollins came in motion, running the same play that the Rangers have run a couple of times. A little shovel pass, inside shovel pass, handoff, and Hollins had nowhere to go.
This Kempner defense is playing so well. The only touchdown that Terry's gotten was on a short field, basically.
Yeah.
And so the Kempner defense is doing its job, giving the offense opportunities, and you don't want to see him come up empty here.
If I was Kempner, I would not run to the Elijah Sims side. He's just all over the place. Here's Goss, fakes a handoff, and he's going to be swallowed up by one of the defenders of the Terry Rangers, and it is Jonte McCauley.
Well, Jonte McCauley did a great job. Such a big man, came in there so quickly, but it almost looked like the kind of play where he could have been flagged for putting his forearm to the side of
it looked like
Goss's
it was a little
helmet.
high, Timeout, I believe the Cougars called it. Timeout, 7-0 Rangers.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
The golden opportunity for the Cougars is waning here. It's 3rd and 20 after a couple of losses after they had the ball on the 21-yard line of the Terry Rangers. Now it's 3rd and 20. Goss waiting for the shotgun snap. He's got 2 receivers to his left. He's back to pass. Rush heavily. Now it's a screen. He's got Peters. He's got some room. He runs into his own man, but he's still running. He's to the 10. He's got a first down inside the 10. What a play. They took advantage. They took advantage of the heavy rush. They're the anxious defenders of the Terry Rangers. They let him come on in, and Goss was patient. He lofted it over the head of the defenders, and Peters was right there with 3 blockers ahead of him, and he ran down inside the 10 to the 8. Great play by the Cougars.
He might have taken the distance if he hadn't run into his own guy, but this might serve them well as they can bleed off some more time.
Exactly. 1st and goal now for the Cougars on the biggest play of the game for them so far. Here's Goss. He's back to pass. Looking. Lost one to the left side. He's got a man open. Is he in bounds? Is he in bounds? Yes, he's in bounds. Touchdown. Is that? Let's see who the receiver was. Number 8. That is Watson Royston making the catch in the corner of the end zone. The only thing that was questionable was whether he got in bounds or not. And then the referee wanted to make sure he held on to the ball, apparently, because it took him a moment to put the hands up.
That linesman looked and looked to make sure the ball hadn't been bobbled. And
great play by the Cougars, and they do take advantage of the great field position. Here's the kick now from Campus. It is up and good. We have a tie score with 1:20 to play here and a half. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's find out what that is. I think it's a defensive penalty. That's my
we'll
guess.
go ahead and take our
7-7. We're almost to halftime.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Patrick, there's something I should have done by now, but I haven't, and that is hyping the halftime show. We have an awesome halftime show. I'll bet a lot of folks out there did not realize there is a Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. We're going to talk to the guy who is the president of it, and of course, you know about High School Scoreboard Live, the show like no other about Texas high school football on Valley Sports Southwest. We'll have one of their outstanding reporters. So stick around for halftime. They've already crowned the king and queen.
Jose Estrada is ready to kick it off. And it's going to be a squibber on the ground. Fielded at the 30. 35, 40, still running. He's to the 45, 50. And it looked like it was Anthony Axel who scooped it up and did the right thing. He just went up the field. And I don't think that was the play that the Kempner Cougars wanted.
No.
Because the ball is in good field position for the Terry Rangers with a minute 17 to play here in the half. It looks like they still have one timeout on the scoreboard clock. Or excuse me, it looks like they have two timeouts.
But you know what? I would also say,
and the wind to their back.
One kickoff return, Anthony Axel showed me the kind of speed and moves that maybe they ought to be putting him back at deep safety. He can run with a football.
He did a good job. Three receivers to the right now for the quarterback, Cruz. And now one man goes to the left side. That's Mitchell. Back to pass. Looking to the right. Now he's going to throw it. He's got a completion, but there's a penalty marker on the play. He's going to get on inside the 30 to the 25, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hold, huh? The receiver was Dylan Guevara.
He's no relation to Shea Guevara.
Let's see.
As far as I know. Yeah, there you go, holding.
Looks like Darren Holmes or Duran Holmes.
Yeah, there we go. Jared or Gerard, Darren or Duran.
He had a hold, which unfortunately for the Rangers squelched a really good play. It got him down to the 25-yard line. Now they're back at their own 40 with a minute 6 to play. Cruz did a nice job, but part of that might have been aided by the hold, I guess, to get outside there. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Cruz in his shotgun snap, waiting for the shotgun snap. He's got Odom to his right. He's going to hand it off to Odom. Up the middle to the 45, 50. He's still on his feet inside the 49-yard line of the Cougars. They kind of threw him off a little bit and decided to run up the middle.
Well, it's basically a break even.
Yeah.
They get the big penalty the play before, and then they get most of the yardage back.
12 yards back on that. They're going to fake the handoff this time. He's got it, Cruz. He's inside the 45, and he's out of bounds around the 44. He faked the handoff that time to Odom, and he kept it. And the tackler down there,
Basil Adesanya.
Adesanya was in there.
I hope you don't mind if I finish certain sentences for you, because when you hesitate, I think I just need to say it.
You know me well. It's a third down and about 4 for the Terry Rangers with 36 seconds left to play here in the half. It's tied at 7. They're trying to put some points on the board before the half. He lofts it over to Odom, who's got it at the 40. He's inside the 40 to the 35. It's a first down. Nice play. Cruz just lofted it to Odom, who came out of the backfield. We'll take a short break. 7-7.
We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Kempner fans, next week Your team is going to be on VypeFortBend.com on Thursday night. It'll be a very short week of work, and it'll be a tall order against the Hightower Hurricanes, who are suddenly emerging as it's them and Peyto looking like the two best teams in this district.
1st and 10 Rangers at the 35-yard line of the Cougars with 29 seconds left here in the first half. Rangers trying to answer the Cougar touchdown. They tied it up here moments ago. And now Cruz waits for the shotgun snap. Got Wilkerson to his right. He rolls to his right, looking downfield. He's going to throw it, medium range, caught by Odom as he came out of the, actually, I think that might be Mitchell who made that catch. Or was it Odom? I don't know. They're standing next to each other. I first thought it was Odom, and I think it was Odom.
By the way, sometimes, Patrick, you'll see in a football game and you wonder why an offense isn't able to move the ball.
The whole half.
All of a sudden, when it gets late in the half, then suddenly, but I don't think Kempner has gone into a prevent or anything, but they're letting guys get open now.
1st down and 10 from the 24-yard line, and now whistle. What is it?
Probably
timeout.
Kempner timeout.
That's their last of the half. 20 seconds to play. 7-7.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
With the game tied here 7-7, and Terry trying to figure out how to score before the half in the final 20 7/10 seconds. We mentioned already that Kempner is taking on Hightower in our Thursday night game. That will start with a countdown to kickoff show at 5:45. Then on Friday night, it's Marshall and Willow Ridge for supremacy in their district. I can guarantee you the winner of that game will be the champion of the district. And then Clements and Travis in our single game next week, 5:45 countdown to kickoff show and a 6 p.m. kickoff. Patrick.
Cruz is waiting for the snap for the Terry Rangers, trying to score at the end of the half. Downfield he goes. He's got a man open. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown. That's Brown. He came across on a slant pass, and he was open. I'm not sure if anybody even touched him all the way to the end zone. It was a great, effective play from Cruz to Brown, his big receiver, and just like that, they do score at the end of the half. And I hate to say it, but boy, that starting position really helped him, 50-yard line. And here's the kicker now, Campos, the left footer. Mitchell's got the snap, good hold, good snap, and the kick is good. And
we'll keep it right here.
The momentum that the Kempner Cougars got there at the end of when they scored their touchdown, has now been nullified by the Terry Rangers as they go 50 yards there in about a minute and, about a minute 6 left on the clock when they got the ball, something like that, just over a minute. And they were able to make a few plays, and Cruz made some good passes on that drive. Not only that, but the receivers did a good job of getting open. So we have 13 seconds to play here in the half, and the Terry Rangers will be kicking off with the wind to their back and a 14-7 lead. And I'm sure they're going to try to kick a deep one here if they can. Albert Campos ready to tee it up. Going deep for the Cougars is Equim and Gray. They're the two deep men. And they're waiting for the kick. Rogers got a great halftime show for you. Texas Hall of Fame. Some good information there. Want to listen to that. Rangers are lined up now, ready to kick it off. 13 seconds to play in a half. It's been an entertaining half. Both teams hungry for a victory. Here's Campos with the kick. It is a deep kick. Over the head and into the end zone. That's exactly what I thought he would do, and he did it. So the Cougars will take the ball on their own 25-yard line and probably going to just run the clock out, I would imagine.
By the way, Patrick, we're going to get into our halftime
immediately,
visits real quick.
Yes.
In fact, I just wanted to let you know that as soon as the clock runs out, I don't know if Kempner will go into victory formation or if they'll try something here, but we want to get right into it. And we know you'll love it, and you will want to go to the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame as soon as you hear us talk with Mr. Mike Anderson, who's waiting just a few feet away.
Here's Goss bringing his lean, and you're right, Roger. They're in that tight formation, the victory formation. So it's halftime, 14-7, Terry over Kempner.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Welcome back. Second part of our visit with Mike Anderson, president of the It's halftime here on VypeFortBend.com, and our halftime score is Terry 14, Kempner 7. What a great guest we have for you for this ball game. We've got Mike Anderson, the president of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. A lot of you folks out there love high school football, but you may not even know there's a Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. Mr. Anderson, thanks for being with us, and tell us a little bit about the history of the Hall of Fame up until now.
Glad to be here, and the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame was founded in Breckenridge, Texas in 1968 and was moved to Waco by a group of gentlemen from the Waco Chamber of Commerce in the 1980s, and we're currently moved to the location we are now in 1993 at 1108 South University Parks Drive here in Waco, and we'd love to have anybody come by and visit us at any time, and we're glad to be here.
Now, a lot of folks not only might not have known that there's a Texas High School Football Hall of Fame, they may not be aware of the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, where you just gave the address. It's basically, if I have my direction right, on the southeast corner of the Baylor campus.
Yes, it is, and right across from Baylor University, and not far from the new stadium. So if you're ever in Waco at a Baylor football or basketball or any event, we'd be glad to have you visit the Texas Sports Hall of Fame and also the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame and other venues that are here in the Sports Hall of Fame.
And I've just got to tell our audience, you've got to come here. You can't not come here. A lot of people just they'll be amazed by just what is here. I mean, you can truly spend a whole day. One of the great days that you can spend here is if you come here on a Baylor home football Saturday. You can come in here and look at all the Hall of Fame artifacts and displays and see some great video and hear some old audio, but you can also watch the Baylor game on a big screen in the large assembly room there in the middle. Mr. Anderson, what are some events that you have on an annual basis for the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame?
It's open for rental for anyone to do anything. We have our, this last year, we had our first Texas High School Football Hall of Fame banquet here, and we had 256 people here in the banquet, and there are people that rent it for wedding rehearsals and for just anything that anybody here in Waco would want. A 300-seat facility that you can have here in Waco and rent. It's available, so we have a lot of events here.
We're talking with Mike Anderson, president of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame, and let me tell you, I know a few things of very high-profile halls of fame, and also they're very small ones. I have a good friend in El Paso He is one of the people that are caretakers of the El Paso Sports Hall of Fame. I know you have to really, truly love the sport. You have to love the people and honor them in a big way. And I know these can lead to very long discussions. So when you get together and decide who's going to get inducted, how do those discussions go, and who all is involved in them, and about how long do they take?
Well, we have a committee of 40. We have a board of 40 gentlemen who are on the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame board. And of those board, we have 7 gentlemen, 7 of our members that are on the selection committee. And we meet around the 1st of August every year. And so that's when we anyone can nominate a person for the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. You can do it by just calling in a name or emailing a name to us, and we'll get that person presented to that committee. But it's sad sometimes that we go into that meeting and we don't have all the names that we need to have, because if we don't have someone nominated or somebody's name is not brought to us, we're definitely not experts on this. So sometimes it goes a long time, sometimes it's pretty cut and dry. So it's a very honor for us and for those guys that are on that committee to be a part of that. So it's a really easy thing to do, and we look forward to it every year.
I have to tell you something else. If you were to maybe set the degree of difficulty for figuring out who should go into a certain Hall of Fame, I would put it out there that this is the hardest one of all. When you think about how expansive Texas is, how it has grown, how many different players play football in this state at the high school level. Now we have more than 100 seasons to draw on, and we have, I think, about 330 or so inductees to this point.
Yeah, and that's the deal. We honor the 1959s and before, the 1960s, the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2000s, and then we have 2 coaches. We realized many years ago that we would never get to all the coaches, and so now we're inducting 2 coaches each year, and we also have a category that is the contributor to the Dave Campbell contributor to the game, and that covers just anyone that has contributed to Texas high school football, maybe not ever played a down, but we have referees and UIL people and coaches association people. So it's a big task, but we enjoy doing it and we look forward to it every year.
We're going to take a quick break and talk a little bit more with Mike Anderson. And I don't want you to go Google it. That's lazy. But I want you to think about who are the 2 Fort Bend County high school players who are not only, well, one of them is in both the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. One of them is in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame, and he's not in a college Hall of Fame or a pro one, but he's really the most obvious choice of anybody who's played Texas high school football. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. Welcome back. Second part of our visit with Mike Anderson, president of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. And there are very special, prestigious events every year that are connected to the hall. Tell us about those.
Well, we have our banquet each year, and it's generally the first weekend in May. And during that banquet, like I said, we honor our inductees, and also at that banquet we have the Tom Landry Award that's given to the outstanding Texas high school coach and presented by the Texas High School Coaches Association. The Gordon Wood Trophy is presented to the outstanding team of that year, and we usually have that coach and a couple of his players come. And then also at that banquet we honor the 12 state championship teams by giving them a watch. And so it's a night that if you're around Waco around this coming year, it will be May the 7th here at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame in Waco, and we'll be having our 2022 class inducted.
All right. Well, with about 330 inductees, it's going to be impossible for me to name every one of them, but there are a few things that I thought were pretty that stood out as I looked at the long list of them. First of all, it appears that by my count there are more people connected to Brownwood High School, the Brownwood Lions, than any other school, and mainly that's because of Gordon Wood, and his name is on an event too.
Yeah, Gordon Wood was obviously the winningest coach in Texas high school football history for many years, and so the Gordon Wood Trophy is presenting to a team each year that doesn't necessarily win a state championship. They just have overcome obstacles throughout the year because that's what Coach Wood stood for. And I think there are probably more people from Brownwood that are inducted because of Coach Wood, Coach Southall, his family, Lawrence Elkins, Mike Kinsey. I mean, you can go on, and it's just a hotbed of Texas high school football. And during the day, that was obviously where a lot of state championship teams were coming from.
And it gets harder every single year to pick a singular team because you think about how Texas is growing. There are new high schools opening every year in every part of the state. And on top of that, way back in 1982, the UIL decided that not just district champions, but runners-up in districts were going to play in the football playoffs. And since then, as things have evolved, we've expanded it to 4 teams out of each district, and there are 2 divisions in each classification. So you have 2 6A champions, 2 5A champions, so on and so forth. So it's crazy. Well, there's no question, if you were to say, as far as players, not so much coaches, but players, who would be the very first person that should be in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame? Clearly, it is Kenneth Hall. He is the Sugarland Express, and he was in part of your not your first class, I don't believe. I think he went in maybe in 1969. That was your second class.
Yeah, obviously he is very deserving, as there's so many that are deserving of that, and Kenneth Hall is just not only a great player but a good person, and I'm sure that his records some of them have fallen by now, but him being from your area is a special time, and he's a special gentleman.
All right, and now we move to the other Fort Bend County high school product who's in the Texas High School Hall of Fame. He's also in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and that is the pride of Willow Ridge, Thurman Thomas. And I'll name, along with Thurman Thomas, here are the Pro Football Hall of Famers who are also in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame in alphabetical order: Sammy Baugh, Earl Campbell, Mean Joe Green, Forrest Gregg, Bobby Lane, Mike Singletary, Charlie Taylor, the aforementioned Thurman Thomas, Y.A. Tittle, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Doak Walker. And Drew Brees is also part of the Texas High School Hall of Fame. It's just a matter of time before he is inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Quite an august class, wouldn't you say?
That's definitely a group that a lot of big-time names, and we're excited that those gentlemen have joined us. You know, one of our rules about being inducted into the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame is that if you're living, you have to attend, and all of those gentlemen have been here in Waco at different times. And Thurman Thomas, I think, was inducted in 1992, and we're honored to have all of those as part of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame.
By the way, the greatest Woodlands Highlander who ever lived, Danny Amendola, he is in the most recently inducted class. And you have some other guys that I think it's just a matter of time for them to get in here, and one of them being John Randall. As you drive northward on Highway 6 toward Waco, you pass through Hearn, I believe it is, and it says Hearn is the home of John Randall. And Charlie Taylor, he was a great player with the, I can say it, Washington Redskins, because that's what they were. Chuck Dykus was also part of this most recent class. Tyrone Thurman, the Mighty Mite from Texas Tech, David Warren, and Danny Amendola, as we said. And there are also some fun nicknames that I don't know that Mr. Anderson knows any of these personally, but we've got Cecil Honk Irvin, Alfred Biggin Rose, Barton Bachi Koch, H.H. Jinx Tucker, James Froggy Williams, not to be confused with James Williams, who's the head coach of the Fort Bend Marshall Buffs. And if he has a nickname, he's never shared it with me. W.W. Wendy Nicholas, John Drew Booty Johnson, and there you go. That's my all nickname team. Anything that you want to add, Mr. Anderson? I just want people to know how great this is. I want them to know they can come to come to Waco and come to the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. It'll be a real treat. They won't regret it. So what are the ways they can contact you before they make their way here?
Well, we're just hoping that they would come to Waco and be a part of coming through the Hall of Fame. And like I said, it's not only the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame, but they'll see other Hall of Fames that are located, Texas Sports Hall of Fame, and rooms that the Tom Landry room is a room in itself, and I think you could probably spend all day in there. But we're excited about y'all taking the time to have us on here today and to spread the word and talking about the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame and the Texas Sports Hall of Fame.
And all you got to do is put that in your search box, and it'll take you right to the website, tshof.org, I believe it is.
That's correct.
And so come up here, put it on your bucket list, and make sure you get here before you run out of time to check things off your bucket list. Thank you, Mike Anderson, for being with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all having us here.
VypeFortBend.com halftime. We'll be back right after this.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
It's halftime here on VypeFortBend.com, and time to talk to a special guest. She is Sarah Merrifield of High School Scoreboard Live. If you like high school football, you've seen her because nobody doesn't watch High School Scoreboard Live. Sarah, it's great to talk to you. So what is it like? And first of all, let me ask you, time flies. How many years have you been doing it?
Oh gosh, I got out to the state of Texas in 2015, and my very first year was in Abilene, Texas. My very first game was covering Abilene Cooper and Abilene High at Shotwell Stadium. It was quite an experience because I'm from California, so that was a whole new world in and of itself, but I've been here ever since and made my trip from Abilene to Austin, now up to the Dallas-Fort Worth area to work for Bally Sports Southwest.
Well, before we even started this interview, I asked you, do you know Mike Alexander? And you said yes. He's a great videographer for Bally Sports and High School Scoreboard Live. And he and I both went to college in Abilene, and we worked 4 stations in Abilene. And wow, the stories we could tell. But this is about Sarah Merrifield. First of all, for those of you who are baseball fans out there, you're not related to Whit Merrifield, but you had to talk to him to be sure, right?
Yes, we had a little conversation. My very first Rangers game actually on the road was in Kansas City, and I asked myself the same question. I was so curious, so I walked across the hallway into their open media room and got a chance to meet him. We determined that we are not related. However, very nice guy, and he was kind enough to even give me one of the shirts that has our last name on the back. So really good dude, and fun to have that connection, even though we're not related.
Oh, and interesting to you and maybe to a few listeners, I introduced Mike to his wife.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, it is such a small world.
She's Leanne from DeSoto.
Oh, okay.
And so we were having one of those late night study parties that ended up being pizza eating parties and not much studying. Mike came over to Leanne's, and I can't remember the girl that I was actually studying with, but so Mike was smitten instantly. He really liked Leanne, and then I talked to her a couple of days later, and she was thinking she didn't really feel the same way. And then a couple of weeks later, I said, have you told Mike? Because, you know, you just need to tell him. She said, well, maybe I changed my mind. And the next thing you know, they were married for 35 years.
Small world. I mean, hey, you never know. You never know.
Well, I didn't mean for that story to get so long, but this is Sarah Merrifield, and you went to Syracuse. They have put out an amazing number of great broadcasters. So who can you brag on that's also from Syracuse and almost as good as you? I mean, can we not forget the one of the more famous names on Scoreboard Live, Rick Renner. Rick Renner is a Syracuse grad, and we have a good time talking about Syracuse basketball. But, you know, the good ones, Mike Tirico, you know, some of the more local ones, Carter Blackburn, some really great mentors to come out of that space, and it's definitely been inspiring, and obviously wanted me to become a sports broadcaster too. So I'm happy I'm here, and I got the experience to go all the way across the country from California to be a part of their journalism program. And there's a sports talk host in Houston. You probably don't know his name. He's not one of those guys that moves the needle, but those who really listen to him just could not respect him more. He never says anything stupid. Everything he says is right on point. His name is Charlie Palillo, a very proud Syracuse grad. Look him up. He's awesome. So you mentioned Rick Renner. When we come back and talk more with Sarah Merrifield, I'm going to tell her something about Rick Renner that I'm sure she doesn't know. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Welcome back during our halftime visit with Sarah Merrifield. She's on High School Scoreboard Live, and you'll have to wait a few more seconds before the little Rick Renner thing. But it's really amazing to me what's happened with High School Scoreboard Live, how this show has evolved. It used to be 1 hour, and now it's 2 hours, and that's not really enough. With the technology that enables you to just go all over the state, you can basically cover games without being there. But that said, how many reporters are there like yourself that go out to wherever they need to go week by week?
We have a handful, and over the last couple of years, we've definitely used our resources, and you know, up to 7 reporters, or during our Texas Football Days coverage, we have up to 10. But you know, even our Football Friday show that precedes Scoreboard Live, it's essentially 5, 6, 7 hours of football coverage that really showcase how important this game is in our state, and it's incredible. I mean, you go far and wide to see all the people that really want to hear and talk about high school football, and we've got some really good talent in this state, so why not showcase it and make what it is, a game, fun to watch?
Well, football talent, broadcasting talent, we never seem to run out of it because people keep moving here too, as well. So I know they work you very hard. You'll go do a game on a Thursday night and do the on-field post-game and then the little wrap-up, and then you'll do another one on Friday. What was the longest you've had to travel in 1 week doing the show?
Oh gosh, I feel like nowadays with travel, it is a little easy to get on a plane and kind of go to the next place. But I can say that I've been as far north as Canadian, and of course as south as, let's say, Corpus Christi. I mean,
that would have to be your longest journey.
It's end to end. It really is. But what's cool too is we go the other way to El Paso, to Texarkana, and every state in every school, or excuse me, every town in between is just as amazing as the next. And honestly, we've been sharing some fun stories about all the little high school road trips that we go on just to have the fun we do. And and honestly, they're all so memorable.
Yeah, and I really like the local flavor.
So,
you'll go to the special hangout in this town or whatever they do in the intersection in the middle of town as a tradition, and they've been doing it for 50 years. It's really awesome. So we're talking with Sarah Merrifield of High School Scoreboard Live, and I got to get used to saying Valley Southwest, not Fox Sports Southwest anymore. But Rick Renner, I worked in TV 18 and a half years, and you know how it is when a television station gets an opening. They advertise it, in come all the tapes. And my general manager said, I don't have time to look at all these tapes. I want you to look at this stack of 50 or so tapes and just cut it down to 10. So he had me looking at these tapes. And I saw Rick Renner, and I haven't forgotten him. And I think it's fantastic that Rick gets to be in a place where he can be him. Because some of these places you go, they make you cut your hair, they won't let you dress crazy, they tell you to stop saying certain stuff. But what is Rick like when he's not on the air?
Rick is the big-hearted, energetic, fun ball of energy that we get to work with every single day, and he is exactly like he is on TV in person, authentic and just a great presence on television and great person to be around, great coworker, and his hair is real, fun fact, but no, he is a journeyman too. He's done kind of everything, and it's a great opportunity for someone like myself who has really only been in the business for 7 years to learn from someone like him, because he has really seen it all and had a lot of opportunity to meet so many people. Unfortunately, he's not at the Texas Coaches Convention, but this is his favorite event because he is such a networker and a really fun presence to be around.
Sarah, I forgot to tell you, don't make any time references. It's October, okay?
The summer convention that happens every July or in the off season, Rick wasn't able to be a part of it, and he missed that event so much because he is such a networking guy, and his communication skills honestly are one of the better parts of him because he's so good at it. But no, he is exactly advertised on TV as he is in real life, and it's a joy to have him as a part of our team.
I could match him corny reference for corny reference, though. I guarantee you. Yeah, I have more time than he does when I do a 3-hour football game, so I can just kind of wait until the opportunity comes along.
Yeah, the one we give him a hard time for is "You to Manville," because we've heard that over a million times.
I might even submit a few. I'll send them to him. So, Sarah Merrifield, thanks very much for being with us on our halftime program, and also thank you and the rest of the staff for not wearing masks anymore.
I can't wait to be back out there on the football field.
No, you've been doing it for several weeks now, remember?
It's so exciting to be back out on the football field and have a sense of normalcy this season. Man, oh man, we definitely missed it.
All right, plausibly live from a football game near you, VypeFortBend.com. We'll be back. Thank you, Sarah. We shall return.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
We're back. It's time for the second half. Here's Patrick, 14-7. Terry over Kempner. Terry to get the ball first in quarter number 3.
Yes, on this beautiful afternoon here, we've hit the afternoon officially now. And the Kempner Cougars are going to be kicking it off with the wind to their back from right to left. Looks like we have a different kicker in there. Big Steven Hernandez.
Yeah,
Number
he is a
60.
big dude.
Number 60 is teeing it up. Does this mean they're going to have some sort of a special play here? We got Mitchell, deep, Odom, along with, I think it's Alfonso Brown for the Terry Rangers. Hernandez kicks it deep. That's why he's kicking. All the way into the end zone. That was a good kick.
He got it on the green on the long par 3.
Sure got into that one. Got it up in the air, and the wind helped a little bit maybe. Got it into the end zone. So we start the second half. It was an entertaining first half. Terry scored first. It was 7-0 for a long time, and then Kempner was able to score a late touchdown to make it 7-7. Then they kicked a squib kick, and the return man for the Rangers got it up back to the 50, giving the Rangers a chance to have some good field position, and they took advantage of it and scored with about 13 seconds left in the half, and the score now is 14-7. Cruz, the quarterback for Terry, left side pass, Mitchell. He's to the 30. He's out in the open to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 15 yards and a quick pass, and he just got his motors running and just ran upfield for a first down. Mitchell doing a good job.
Jacoby King, the homecoming king, made the tackle on that one. I think if he hadn't tackled him, he might have gone the distance.
Yeah, he was scampering quick. Now this looks like the same play. Brown's got it this time though, and he's still going down the sideline. He's tough to bring down. Same type of pass play, and this time it went to Alfonso Brown, and he's close to the first down. I think he's short by maybe 2 yards, but two quick pass plays by the Terry Rangers. They came out with some purpose here to start the second half.
And Brown has speed and moves, but he's a bigger dude, and he can run over some people.
Yeah, he's tough to bring down. Second down and 2, a favorable yard distance for the Rangers. They fake the quick pass, go deep. Mitchell's got it, or is it Odom? It's Mitchell. He's got it at the 25, inside the 25. Make it let's see where they're going to mark that, but he was open. Looks like they're going to mark it. It was not inside the 25. It was actually the 26. I thought he got
the guy who stepped up there like the 21 was the right yard line, but it's the 26.
I thought he was further than that, but boy, they come out passing, and they're 3 for 3 so far. Fake handoff down deep into the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, my goodness. Mitchell had it, and he just dropped it. Slightly underthrown, but it was in the bread basket.
In the gizzard, in the bread basket, in the abdomen there.
Yeah, he had it. He had it, and he was about ready to give the little celebration, I think, and it all just slipped out of his hands. Boy, oh boy, they had a little halftime talk, and it meant let's pass the ball. Mitchell coming in motion now. Hand off to the big man Wilkerson. He's got the 20. He's right there. He's going to be stopped for a gain of 6. That is Devin Wilkerson, who's had a couple of carries here this afternoon.
Patrick, what an idea. They come out throwing with a very stiff wind in their face, and everyone has been on target except the last one, which still should have been caught.
Oh, it was on target, just a smidge on it. Oh, the snaps goes over his head. Cruz going back to get it. Here comes Odom, picks it up at the 50. Can he get some of it back? He's going to be corralled at the 41-yard line. Good job by Kempner to make sure he doesn't get any ideas of getting that back that yardage. How many yards was that?
22-yard loss.
Oh my goodness, they were in business.
Man.
They were in business, and they were knocking on the door there, and the snap just sailed over Cruz's head. He had no chance.
And having the wind in their faces really didn't help with that snap. It went up over Cruz's head, and it was in the jet stream.
And they're going to go for it here on 4th, and looks like no, they're going to kick it. Oh, and he didn't get any kind of a kick out of it. It was oh my gosh, he had a snap. He had a snap to the quarterback Cruz, and he quick kicked it. It was a beautiful spiral, but only went 2 yards.
Yeah,
he went right out of bounds, and what a change, a turn of events here as Terry was poised to put points on the board, and now Kempner comes out of it with great field position.
As I said to the lovely and charming Sarah Merrifield a few minutes ago, you know, I was in Abilene for college, and I've seen some punts in Abilene that look just like that, because of the brutal winds that you can have out there in that part of West Texas. So this might be the big break Kempner needs.
Terry came out like a house of fire, and now, but the couple of goofy plays have squelched it. Here's a handoff to the right side for 4 yards. It's A.W. Wiggins. I'm not going to say his first name. A.W. Wiggins.
But his mom, you know who his mom is? That's Mrs. Wiggins.
Yeah, she's working with the intercom system. I was told by the assistant coaches I could call him A.W., so I'm going to do that with their permission. 2-yard gain for Wiggins on that play. 2nd down and 8. I believe the wind has picked up just a bit, hasn't it?
It certainly has. It doesn't quite feel like Abilene, but it's blowing harder.
Yeah, the flags are fluttering in the wind, and here's the snap for Goss. Hand off, and the runner is going to be Omi this time. I haven't seen him in the backfield yet, but this time he got a carry for maybe 1 yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Cougars. Trying to take advantage of a decent field position here.
And part of the storyline here is that Kempner had its homecoming dance last night. The players were sent home at 9:30, and then they have a morning game the next day.
I have never heard
I'm just
that.
hoping that they don't run out of gas here.
I never have heard of the dance coming before the game. 2 receivers both sides for Goss. Got 1 runner in the backfield with him. Snap. He's back to pass. Now he's rushed. Steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be engulfed. He's going to gain some yardage, but several of the players, Randall, looks like Rodriguez was in on that play as well. They surrounded him as he stepped up in the pocket. Thought maybe he could scramble out of there, but the defenders said, nope, you're not going any further than this. They mark it at the 44, so actually it ended up being a gain of 1.
So it's time to punt, and that means Evers on.
Evers on. That's a great
inside
line.
Tribute to a musical artist
Dan Fogle.
We love.
Here's the kick. It's going to be blocked, but he gets out of the way and sends off a beautiful kick. And it's muffed and handled. It's Mitchell. He gets into the 20-yard line. Boy, that play had a lot going as the Terry Rangers were going to block that kick, and Evers on. It made a beautiful move to get by the guy who was going to block it, and then he sent off a beautiful kick.
Yes,
what a
and
kick.
Then the ball was, well, it was muffed, but not muffed to the ground.
Right.
He did keep it from hitting the ground, and then he had a pretty decent punt return of about 9 yards. Wow.
I hope I didn't
and
confuse
who was
anybody.
it that returned it? Was that Mitchell?
Tremont Mitchell. I hope I didn't confuse people when I said it was muffed. It was muffed to the point where he mishandled it, but he did keep it from falling to the ground. As Roger said, he averted possible disaster. Cruz hands it off. No, he keeps it. He's got the right side. Makes a couple of moves, and he gets to about the 23 or 24-yard line as he faked the handoff originally, and then he kept it.
84 degrees and bright sunshine, except for a play or two here. We have a big cloud that is directly over the stadium. It's providing the players a little bit of shade. Here we go, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and it's Cruz waiting for the snap, quick pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Probably a good idea just to let that ball stay on the ground as Odom got the pass and it was at his shoelace.
By the way, the Kempner band always sounds great, and one of the things I love that they do is on a kickoff, when the Cougars are kicking off, they make themselves sound like a big freight train is coming.
Yeah, and they had a little musical note there between plays. Here's Cruz looking, now he's rolling to his right, scrambling, makes a move, he's to the 30-yard line, and he's got a 1st down. The quick feet got him to the 1st down marker that time.
And Kempner, they were able to get some sacks in the first half, and it looked like they might have been able to at least hold him to no gain right there, but he is very elusive, and that's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Kempner fans, the place to go is on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. They got good coffee in the pot, too.
Oh, there you go. Cruz waits for the snap. Inside handoff. Odom. He breaks the seam, past the line of scrimmage for a gain of maybe 3. It looked like he might be ready to go for more, but then the defenders closed in on him, and he got to the 35-yard line and gave him a 3-yard gain on the play. That time, the play before, when Cruz was able to get around to the outside, remember in the first half that one of the defenders for Kempner was able to keep him in his sights and not let him get past. This time, he put a couple of extra moves on and got around the defender. And it's going to be a fake handoff. Cruz trying to shake and bake again. He does, and he's to the 40. Boy, that was a... and he's still on his feet. All the way to the 46. Just 41. Down. Those feet really made the moves that time. Who made the tackle, Roger?
Well, I was just going to say he got to the 41, but that's going to set up a huge play. 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think about, I believe Terry, not a huge advantage, but they have had the ball for more plays, and the Kempner defense has been out there a while. Plus, they came home from a dance last night.
Yeah, that could be coming into play. Cruz that time looked like he was going to go for a loss, but he made some nice moves and able to pick up positive yardage. Odom has it now, and he's not going to get the first down as he's tripped up right around the line of scrimmage. He's about a yard short.
You give Charles Ebo credit for the tackle because he was closest, but really what happened was Odom tried to plant his feet and make a hard cut upfield. It did not work out.
And they're going to go for it here, Roger, and
they are
1 yard line. They need about a yard. Let's see what happens here. Here's the snap. Odom has it. It depends on the mark.
I don't think he got it.
He looked like he might be short, Roger, as you said.
Wait a minute. Did Kempner call a timeout prior to the snap?
Oh, boy.
If they did, that would be very disappointing because I think they did hold him short.
Well,
the Terry players are signaling that they have a first down.
It is all, as they say, depends on the mark. They're going to bring the chains over, and they're on the side closest to the chain, so they won't be coming very far.
I think the players from Terry are right, and I think it was a favorable spot, too.
Well, it does look like a favorable spot. It's hard for us to see amongst the bodies on the ground, but it sure looked like he was going to be short. But he might have had the ball out there a little further than we thought. Here's this. They're pulling the chains, and he does have the first down.
They gave him, I think, at least a couple of lengths of the football to help him out. And, well, great effort by the Kempner defense, but just a foot or two away from getting off the field and getting the ball back in the hands of the Cougars offense. And I don't suppose we could hope for a shotgun snap over the quarterback's head right here.
Well, here they come now with Cruz waiting for that shotgun snap. He's going to look to the left. That short pass again. It bounces in to Mitchell, and he just can't get it to him now. The first drive of the second half, he was perfect on his throws. He got all the throws on accurately to his receivers, positive plays, and the last two, for some reason, have come up short to these receivers, and they're just little quick passes. I don't know, maybe he's at about 8 to 10 yards to the side, and it's not like a long pass. He's just not getting up to him. Here's the snap. It's high again over his head. He does get it on the bounce, and he's just going to run it now. Now he throws it downfield, and it's deflected out of bounds. Nice play by the Kempner player to stay on the receiver on that play, and I believe that was it Ekwem?
I think it was.
Good job. That play was disastrous from the start for Terry as the snap was high. Cruz he got a hand on it. It ended up bouncing on the ground, and to his benefit, it bounced straight back up to him. 3rd and 10 now. Terry, 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Odom in the backfield with Cruz. Big play for the Cougars to try to stop him. There goes Mitchell in motion. Fake handoff. It's Brown. He comes back for it. He's to the 50. He's going to be close to the first down. Where are they going to mark this one, Roger?
If they mark it right, I think he's short, but I think they gave him a little more progress than he actually got. It is going to be a first down. They haven't signaled it yet, but I can tell you right now, they have the first down, and it's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Remember, Kempner fans, it's on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, very close to your campus. Convenient for Dulles folks, too.
Here's the first down snap to Cruz. He pump fakes. He's looking deep, but there's nobody open, and he's going to loft it now relatively dangerously to the receiver, Mitchell. It was almost picked off.
Yeah, if you're throwing it away, you throw it hard into the dirt or high and hard to the sideline.
He was trying to loft it to Mitchell, but the ball kind of hung up there into that wind. And one of the players for Kempner was almost able to.
Omi almost had a pick.
Here's Mitchell coming in motion now. It's a handoff inside. He's got some blockers. 45, 40, fumble, and it's covered by Kempner. He fumbled the ball to 40, and Kempner comes out of there with it. Who is it, Roger? Number 3. That's Gray. Johnny on the spot. That ball came shooting out of the arms of Mitchell that time. Bounced off a player and then landed on the ground, and there was Gray.
Well, when I'm in
that ball.
When I'm in my house, I don't like a bug on the rug. My wife sure as heck doesn't like it. But you know, when you're down by 7 and you're having a hard time stopping the other team, you love to see the bug on the rug. And well, he certainly jumped on it. He being Gray, Adrian Gray.
Anything at all, any way at all. 3 receivers to the right now for Goss. Looks like it's Peters in the backfield with him. He's waiting for his snap. He's got it. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Going deep. And it's going to be overthrown as he was looking for Watson Royston.
Milli Vanilli. Don't blame it on the rain, but blame it on the wind, because that ball just... Both players looked like they were saying, I'm going to get this thing when it comes down, but it just kept carrying with that tailwind.
Yeah, it was pretty good coverage also. I believe that was Fred Dillard who was on the coverage there. The ball just sailed, as Rogers said. And it's second down and 10. 4:19 to play here in the third quarter. 14-7. Terry on top of Kempner. Goss waits for the snap. Same formation as last time. Quick pass to the right. And it's complete. It's Evers. And he's able to get to the 45-yard line. Got a couple nice blocks. And he's able to pick up 6 yards. Perry on the tackle. Keelan Perry.
Keelan as in Dealin.
Third down and 4.
And that reminds me of maybe our best road trip of last year when Marshall played against Montgomery in Randall Reed Stadium in New Caney. You know, I think of Weird Dealin. You know, that's the Randall Reed. That was a great stadium. Maybe we'll get to go back.
Nice. Timeout, Cougars. Break, 14-7, Terry.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
3rd and 4 for the Cougars. A big play here as I just call the timeout to discuss what play could work here. I formation, Peters in the backfield, in the I. That snap is fumbled, and I believe the Terry Rangers have recovered. The snap was fumbled and it went forward, Roger, and there was no chance for the quarterback to get on that ball, unfortunately, for the Cougars.
Well, that's disappointing, and you got your defense. I don't know if their tongues are hanging out, but they are probably a little bit weary. Well, and it would have been very helpful if the offense could have kept the ball for longer and gotten the score. And also keep this in mind: we've got 3:36 to go in the third quarter, and when we go to the fourth, Kempner will be driving into the wind.
You are correct, and those are deflating plays. You have a chance to get a first down maybe, and then possibly get the tying score. Here's Odom looking for some room, and he has not much, maybe 2 or 3 yards, but there's a lot of pile of players.
You know something I've noticed here. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
That's all right.
You. But
good.
I don't know that Terry has any 5-star prospect running backs, but whenever they are hit the first time, they never go down right there.
Yeah,
they always get 1, 2, 3 or more extra yards.
That's a good point. Shotgun snap. Cruz got it, and he's delivering a pass to the left side, and a nice catch by Mitchell to keep his feet in bounds and make the catch. And he's going to be short of the first down by about a yard.
I wouldn't have thought of Cruz as a passing quarterback based on what we saw in the first half, but in the second half, man, he's just lighting it up. He's just very efficient and on target.
The only thing was those couple of those short little passes to the left that he was a little short on, but other than that, he's not. Looks like Kempner's going to have to call timeout here with the player coming on late. What's going on? Yep, they've used their second timeout. 14-7 Terry.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Back at Hall Stadium, big 3rd and 1 for Terry. Oh, the ball is fumbled a little bit on the snap, and Cruz is being rushed. He's at the 45. Now he's up the middle. He's got the first down, and he slides at about the 31-yard line. I don't know how he got out of there. The ball he kind of fumbled the snap. It wasn't a bad snap. Then he had to go backtracking about 10 yards. He had various Kempner Cougars after him, and his quick feet got him the first down. That's just all Cruz on that play. Now he's got 3 receivers to the right. He's back to pass, looks to the right. Now down the middle, he's got his man, Mitchell, who makes a great catch at the 11, but the ball came out. He had it, and then it came out after the hit. I guess you got to give credit to the defender for getting in on that hit there. I'm not sure who the defender was who hit him. Did you see, Rob?
Yeah, I did not see. I'm sorry about that, but
that was a perfect pass. You had just mentioned his passing here in the second half, and he's throwing into the wind, and he's pretty accurate here going into the wind. And that pass should have been caught. Mitchell would probably tell you the same thing. Here's Cruz, a little option to the left. He flips it off to the side. Odom's got it. Mitchell took it about 2 yards and pitched it. And then Odom took it to the rest of the way for a gain of about 7.
You know, they don't run that option, the classic veer or wishbone type pitch very often. But, you know, that was maybe 2 inches if it kind of caught on his right shoulder pad, and it almost bounced off and would have been another bug on the rug.
3rd and 6. It was a 6-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd and 6. And it's Odom up the middle, and this time he couldn't get much farther after the first contact. He got about a yard. Well, not even a yard. I think it's going to be 4th down and 4.
Okay,
Great job by the Cougars on that play.
Yeah, you know they're just saying, let's make a play. We got to get off the field right here. You know Terry's not going to try a field goal. It would be a 43-yarder into the wind.
Yeah, no way on that. And it's 4th and 4. Wilkerson's in the backfield now with Cruz. He's back to pass. He's got a little bit of time now. He steps up. He's being rushed to the right. Now he goes. He passes downfield. Little wobbler. It's caught. No, it's not caught. Well, let's see now. One of the referees are saying no. Now they're both saying no. And Odom is down there saying he thought he had it, but it looked like it was a little questionable.
That would have been if this game was on TV.
We
would be going to the review.
And Odom is...
I'm not saying he caught it, but it was really, really close.
It was close. The ball, now that was not one of his better throws in the second half. However, he was on the run, running for his life, and he got it out there to Odom, who I'm watching him now.
Well, hold on,
he's still
Patrick.
saying he thought he had it.
Well, I'm going to respectfully disagree because Edrion Gray was so close. I think it was a very accurate pass because he threw it where it couldn't be picked.
No, that's a good point, Roger. Good point. Here's the snap now. Here come the Cougars with the penalty marker on the play as Peters was able to get about 5 yards, and I'm thinking that might be called back. You're right, Roger. Gray was right there on the coverage, and that might have been the only spot he had a chance.
You know what?
Holding. Number 60. Senior penalty for the vacant spot. First down.
That's Steven Hernandez, and Steven would like to appeal.
Yeah,
because he was saying that the defender grabbed him.
Yeah,
and
I think the defenders they get away with a lot of stuff to entice the penalties. I think.
So why is it that a defender can grab two handfuls of jersey or arms or whatever and fling the blocker out of the way, but the blocker can't do the same thing?
Because that's the rule.
It seems rather inequitable, sir.
All right, so 1st and 20 now for the Cougars, back at their own 16-yard line. Goss, it's a kind of a backward pass to Peters. He's got the 15, the 20, and he's still going. He's pounded out of bounds, and the ball came loose. And did Terry get it? I think Terry got it.
No, well, hold on.
Was he out of bounds when he fumbled it?
I never saw a signal that says it's Terry football.
Yeah, I just saw one.
Now we do. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think Peters could possibly fumble it away. I thought he was already out of bounds.
He was going out of bounds. He got hit. The ball flew in the air. He ended up out of bounds, but the ball stayed in bounds. And that's an unfortunate break for the Cougars.
With 54 and a half seconds to go in the third, you send the Kempner defense back out there one more time, and now the officials, well, it is going to be Terry Ball, because I did see the referee, Carl Birch, signaling that it's Terry Ball. It is.
23-yard line. They've been knocking on the door all half here. Hand off, Odom, 20. He's inside the 20. Lowers his shoulder and goes on for another 5-6 yards. That was a hard-nosed run there.
Well, it was a great run, but you can also see that Kempner is fatigued.
That's part of it, I'm sure. They've been on the field most of the second half here. Terry is just saying to themselves, can we just break the ice here in the second half? And Kempner's just holding on, trying to avoid one more score against him here. They've been able to snuff him a couple of times, but let's see what they can do here. Odom has it. He's to the 10, inside the 10 to about the 5. We've taken a short break as we hit the end of the third quarter. 14-7, Terry.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery.
We got to bail out of that commercial break. There was a penalty on the offense, and it is now 1st and 15. Final play of the quarter.
And now the clock's going to run out, Roger.
Oh, you're kidding me.
End of the third quarter. It's 14-7. Terry.
We'll be back.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
We're back here at Hall Stadium. That quarter ended a little strangely. It was a running play that went for about 5 yards, but there was a penalty marker on the play. We had gone to a commercial thinking we'd have to come back for one more play, but the clock ran out in the midst of that. Here's Cruz back to pass over the middle. He's got a man open, and it's going to be a touchdown. It's Mitchell. This time Mitchell hung on. He had lost a couple of them earlier, and that was another beautiful pass from Cruz. And Mitchell is his go-to guy here today, and that's another touchdown for the Terry Rangers.
And not that it made the difference, because no matter what the wind conditions have been, Cruz has been throwing so well, but it looks like the wind has absolutely stopped. We are calm at the moment.
And Mitchell goes for, that snap was rolling in there. Mitchell was able to corral it and put the hold in for the kicker. It's 21-7. Terry leads.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through October 11th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Back here at Hall Stadium, the Terry Rangers have just scored on the first play of the fourth quarter. Pass from Cruz to Mitchell. I was just looking at the roster. Both those guys are going to be back next year. They're both juniors. That's quite a tandem so far, and so will the big receiver, Alfonso Brown's a senior. I was looking at somebody else here. Here's Campo's kick with a bit of a wind but to his back. It's going to be received by Eklund at about the 2-yard line. He's to the 15, to the 20. He's still going, and he's out of bounds at about the 21. Ran out of real estate down there. And the Cougars, who have had not many offensive plays here in the second half, are going to have to get something going here, trailing by 2 scores.
Yeah, they do need to score and score quickly, but they don't want to score too quickly because their defense just needs to have a chance to hydrate, get off their feet, and stay off their feet for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, if you had a little, if you're keeping track of the time of possession, it has to be like in the third quarter about 10 minutes to 2 minutes in favor of Terry. Now the Cougars need to have some offense, as Roger mentioned. Goss is going to get a shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's got Peters in the backfield with him. He's waiting for the snap. He's got it. He's going to roll to his left. And he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Looked like a little option type action there. And it's Cameron Lewis, big defensive lineman for the Terry Rangers, coming on through there and making a tackle for a loss. It looks like a loss of about 7 yards.
Maybe a good idea would be to start a play to the quarterback's left and then let him bootleg hard back the other way, and that would negate that kind of pursuit as long as you kind of do a spin move and get away from it. But now this is going to be tough here.
Yep, second down and 7 for the Cougars. Clock running, under 11 to play here in the fourth quarter. Goss has his snap, straight back to pass this time. Now he's being flushed. He throws it up there for anybody to have, and it's going to be intercepted. Terry Mann's got it. He's going to go all the way to the end zone. That is Anthony Axel. That ball was a duck, Roger. That's the definition of a duck. I'm not sure what he saw there, Roger.
He was just throwing it out of desperation. Little bit of a panic move there, and I think that.
Now, I don't want to be too hard on him.
Goss,
because he's played a good game.
Probably will not make that mistake as Goss, the junior, or maybe not even next week, but pretty costly right there.
you know, and to his defense as well, that ball might have slipped out of his hands. I mean, it just did not come out of there very well, and it just was up in the air for anybody to get. And there were about, I don't know, 5-6 players down there, and about 4 of them were the Terry players. Here's the snap. The kick is going to be good, and it's now 28-7 Terry. Short break here from Hall Stadium.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
And the kickoff goes into the end zone. Terry kicker Campos kicked it basically to the goal line, and the receiver for Kempner let it go, but the ball must have just hit the goal line because it didn't roll much further.
Yeah, if it had been 1 foot shorter, he would have needed to pick it up, and he would have turned around and seen several angry, aggressive peers wearing white jerseys.
Well, the proverbial wheels have come off here. It's 28-7. It was just 14-7 not too long ago, and touchdown by the Terry Rangers, and then the interception for a return and a touchdown makes it 28-7. They're under center this time. Goss hands it off. Peters running through the left side, not finding much, but he's still going, and he's close to the 30. He got about a 5-yard gain. It looked like he had not much at all. They might have given him 6 on that play.
There's no quit in Justin Peters. I'm sure there's no quit in the Kempner Cougars, but they just have made enough turnovers on offense, and also they've had enough of those 3-and-outs to really make things difficult on their defense, which hung in there and kept this game close as long as they could. But now this may be too much to overcome. 10 minutes left.
And we're just getting under 10 minutes, and this shotgun snap coming to Goss. He's going to hand it off inside. It's Peters again. He's going to get the first down, and he's ridden out of bounds rather rudely by, that is Angel Mendoza.
And I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with the Angel Mendoza hit. He was still within the field of play, and you know, it would have helped Kempner, of course, if there had been a penalty flag thrown, but I just don't think it was justified.
No, I think he got him right at the sideline. It wasn't anything too late, but it was a good run by Peters, able to get that first down. 1st and 10 now at the 38-yard line. And as we've mentioned, they got to score pretty quick here. They can't take off too much of the time. Goss, shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his right. He's looking to the right. He's got his man open, and it's going to be incomplete. The pass probably should have been caught by Hollins. Went right through his mitts. Might have turned upfield a little bit quick there to see where he was going to go before he caught the ball. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Cougars, trailing by 21 here as homecoming festivities are winding down. As Roger had said, they had the dance last night, so this might be the finale event.
They may not be dancing at the end of the game.
It doesn't look like it. Goss has 3 receivers to the right again, 1 to the left. Peters flanks him to the left, and they're going to run the same play. Different receiver, and he's got it. And it's taken right out of his hands! And he's going to go all the way to the end zone. That's Mendoza! He just literally took it out of his hands and went all the way in.
You've heard about the scoop and score. That was the swipe and score.
Unbelievable.
It kind of reminds me of a play in Super Bowl 13 when Hollywood Henderson kind of pinned Terry Bradshaw's arms and Mike Hegman grabbed the ball. Nobody really saw it until he was several yards down the field. But in this case, Mendoza took the ball in full view of everyone. It was a robbery in broad daylight.
Yeah, Royston had it. He was able to pick up a couple of yards, but in the scrum, Mendoza, who we had just mentioned earlier about making a good hit on the sideline, he just took it right out of his hands. Here's a low snap, and it's fielded, and he's going to run it all the way in. What a play. What a play by Mitchell. He's had a great game. The snap was off to the side. He was able to scoop it up, and he just ran it in for 2. And we'll take a break. 36-7, Terry.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food? You can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Back here at Hall Stadium, just in time to see the kickoff from Albert Campos sail about 4 or 5 yards into the end zone for a touchback. And
okay, Patrick, I just want to throw something in here that's a very relevant fact. I don't think it should be ignored. The score in the game is 36-7. But if you just count the Kempner defense and what they have allowed, the score would only be 21-7. And even so, they have allowed a very short touchdown drive. So overall, the Kempner defense has played winning football, but the offense has not been able to keep the ball long enough. They've made some mistakes. There's been a pick six. There's been a swipe and score. And here we are.
And here come the Cougars at their own 25. Goss has it. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, and that ball's up in the air again. But this time he lofted it out of bounds. Nobody to go to. It looked like he was going to run a like a stop and go type pattern to Evers, and he was not open. And so Goss just threw it out of bounds. Yeah, moments ago at the beginning of the fourth quarter, it was 14-7 Terry. And they scored on the first play of the fourth quarter, and since then we've had the pick six and the swipe six, as Roger indicated. It was taken
or I
right
should
out of
have
the
said
hands.
swipe and score as
go.
opposed to scoop and score.
And here's
strip and
Goss.
score.
Peters has it. Left side. He's going to fight his way for maybe a yard or two. And he's going to be, well, let's see. He's going to give him about a yard loss. As Kempner, boy, I tell you what, the heads went down pretty quick there after that pick six. And then after the swipe and score, the heads were down again. As you can imagine, I mean, it's defeating. It's because you're in the ball game, and it's been a good game up until these last few minutes here. It was in doubt for a long, long time. Here come the Kempner Cougars on a 3rd and 10. Evers in motion. Goss looking to his right, being rushed again. This has been part of the problem here in the second half. He throws this one out of bounds. Tried to hit his receiver, Fortune Iwu, but he was well out of bounds.
Well, you know, the thing was that Goss was under such duress from that pass rush, he couldn't possibly throw it accurately. He had a guy open, and it would have been a first down. But you just can't set your feet. You're running as fast as you can, and then you try to throw a football. It's not easy.
They have had a strong rush the second half for sure, which has affected Goss's effectiveness. And now it's a punt situation. Evers is going to be the punter. Gets a good snap, almost blocked. And he gets a beautiful kickoff. And Mitchell just playing it safe. Fair catch at the 42. I think that's a pretty good strategy there. 6:45 to play, and they are up 36-7. And I would hope and think that the Vikings are going to use the ground game here.
You would think pound the rock, run the clock. And so for Kempner, you mentioned the dropping of the heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're no rest for the weary and the discouraged or disappointed, because they have to turn around and get ready for Hightower on Thursday night. The only blessing is that this game was not a night game.
And Terry has a shotgun formation. This is going to be Wilkerson on the handoff, right side. He's going to plow his way for about 5.
Yeah, give it to the big man now if you're Terry.
Yeah, just I guess the clock is the only opponent really left to defeat here today. They up by 29 points here with 6.5 to play.
By the way, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
That's all right,
interrupt
Roger.
you, but I saw something that attracted my attention. This is the fantastic new costume for Claude the Cougar. It looks great. That thing is a very handsome outfit.
Here's Wilkerson again on the handoff, and he's going to struggle for maybe a yard, but possibly just a line of scrimmage. And Roger has described very accurately the Cougar.
By the way, last
mascot.
tackle for Kempner there, that was Tylen Reiser. I don't think we've called his name this afternoon, but he's out there and still playing hard, trying to make something happen with just under 6 minutes to go. But, I mean, it's just, I'm talking about the costume now.
Okay.
I mean, it just looks so good. It's golden fur, little white fur on the nose, and it's good looking.
Cruz has it now. He's flushed out of his pocket as he's trying to throw downfield, and he's just going to run for it. He's going to be short of the first down. Tracked down nicely. I can't quite see who that was.
Well, somebody whose helmet came off, that is Cody Winfam.
He did a great job of tracking him down, and he got him out of bounds at about the 49-yard line of the Cougars.
I got a question for you here. If Cody Winfam has gone out of bounds and his helmet comes off, can he stay in?
Well, he's
I think
coming off.
He should be able to stay in, because it was on his head until he made the tackle and went sprawling out of bounds.
Roger, I think you should be on the rules committee.
Well, nobody asked me, unfortunately.
And I think the Cougars just took a timeout. And
we'll take one more.
We're going to take a break. 36-7, Terry.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Well, Patrick, you're not going to walk out of this stadium very happy, but you can come back later tonight and you have the opportunity to walk out happy, as it'll be Travis and Bush, and you'll be cheering, I'll be announcing.
Yeah, it looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty nice evening for football. Here's going to be a punt situation. Snap bounces to the punter.
Going to get to the end zone.
That's Campos receiving that bouncing snap, and now the kick is into the end zone barely, as there he is again. Mitchell tried to
I was
track
right,
it down.
wasn't I?
You were right,
and
Roger.
I said it before he even received the snap. I looked at the flags at the north end. I said, he's going to hit this one out.
Well, it turns out to be a 49-yard kick, and probably 15, 20 yards of that was the rolling into the end zone. Well, 4 minutes and 42 seconds to play in the game, and Kempner now has the ball again at their own 20. They have done not much in the second half. They just haven't been able to produce anything or get anything going. I think the turning point of the game was when they had the ball after they stopped Terry. They had the ball on the 40, had a chance to do something, and then they themselves fumbled. Here's the shotgun snap for Goss. He's going to fake it to Peters. He rolls to his right. He's being rushed again, as has been the case. He eludes him this time. He's to the 25 to the 30, and somehow he's able to get the first down and get all the way to the 35. The clock, let's see. I think they have the clock running. One of the referees is signaling to stop, and the other one is now they're motioning to go. There's a stoppage of the clock just because of the first down, I think.
Yeah, they stop it to move the chains,
Right.
but they start running the clock again before the chains are set, which it just kind of bothers me. I don't know why. Well, maybe I do know why. I just maybe shouldn't be as bothered as I am because I can't do a thing about it.
Again,
But
Roger, you should be on the rules committee, and I'm going to put a note in for somebody to give you a call. Here's Goss under center this time. He's going to pitch it to Peters. He's got 35 to the 40. He's going to pick up about 6, and another penalty marker comes in on the play.
Oh,
Could
no.
it be another holding situation?
Well, it might be another holding situation, but I feel sorry for one of the Cougars. Peters actually plowed one of his teammates under, finishing off that run. He was kind of he had gone down to the ground after he had blocked someone, and then Peters was trying to get what yardage he could, but he was going to run over anything in his path, and that hurt.
There's a player down, and
they're going to get him to his feet.
He's up. That's good. That might have been just getting the wind knocked out of him.
And
quickly.
that's Evers, 16?
I don't think it's
No,
Evers.
26.
Yeah, it's who's that? That would be Iwe, Fortune.
Iwu. Fortune Iwu, and it was he went right back to the huddle. Look at that. Look. He joined the players, and somebody just said,
"You can't."
Fortune, you got to take at least one play off. He was ready to go back at it. Good for him.
Well,
got to respect that.
The gain. Well, let's see. They had a penalty marker on the play. Remember that? So it was a hold against the Cougars. So add insult to injury there.
I mean, imagine you're sitting down doing an abdominal crunch, and then someone just comes and does a flying headbutt right into your face.
That's what's happened to him, right?
That's what happened to him. Oh.
Not only that, but you got a helmet coming in, right? It's not just head first, it's head first helmet on top of that. Here's Goss waiting for a shotgun snap, looks to the right. Now again, being flushed out of the pocket. He's hit as he throws, and it's going to be caught, though, as he came back for the pass. That was Hollins. He did a good job of coming back for it.
You know what? Let's true confessions here. That pass was not intended for Hollins. It was intended for Evers, who was about 10 yards further downfield. It worked out nicely for Kempner.
Yeah, the pass was, because he was hit as he threw, it definitely was underthrown. But Hollins was there to adjust to the play and then make the catch and make a first down for the Cougars. That was one of their big plays of the day so far.
We've got 3 minutes to go, and maybe Kempner can get a score on the board and get into double figures.
Shotgun formation again, and 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Peters flanks Goss. Quick pass to the left. It's Evers. He's got a block. He's to the 50, to the 45, and he's close to another first down in Terry territory, about the 46-yard line. Excuse me, the 44-yard line.
Didn't get the favorable spot he needed, and which was afforded to the other team a couple of times.
I thought it was beyond the 45 there, which is close to the 44, but they're going to mark it right at the 45. Well, Roger, we are a little distance away from these referees, so you're acting
good long distance vision.
You're acting as if we could see it better than they can.
Well, sometimes depending on your, it's not so much distance, it's perspective.
It's perspective, I know that. I formation this time for the Cougars. And it's the up man, the fullback. Oh, he took a heavy hit at the 40, but he got a first down. That was Durasami.
And the one who blew him up was Jabraylon Morris. Norris as in Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
and that's the kind of tackle you would expect Chuck Norris to make.
He really did level him, and he went down in a heap, but he got a first down.
The kind of hit that you would be able to deliver if you use the total gym every day.
Oh, goodness gracious. Coming out of the play late is Gray, and Durasami goes off. Durasami.
The play clock is at 2.
Let's get the snap off. Here it is. Goss has got it. He's running to his right, being rushed again, and he gets it off and overthrows his receiver, which is okay because the receiver was being covered very effectively by, let's see, who was that? Mercado.
It was Gavin Watson-Royston. That's a hard name to say fast.
Can't say it fast. No, you got to.
So you just cut off the Gavin and go with the Watson-Royston.
You have to slow your cadence down to get his name out.
You know who's a legendary announcer who had a very slow cadence at a lot of times? Harry Callis.
Harry Callis.
The Phillies are the world champions of baseball.
He didn't say that very often.
No.
Here's the snap. Goss pitches it to the right on a little option, and Peters is able to get to about the 33-yard line where he picked up about 7 yards.
Clock is at 1:08 and ticking, and the Cougars can't stop it anymore. They've used all their timeouts. They're still huddling, however.
They're taking their time. I guess they're just, the fate is inevitable, and they're trying to put some points on the board, but as you said, Roger, under 50 to play, and they're taking their time. Got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left with Peters in the backfield with Goss. And here's the snap. He's got his man deep, but he's going to, just incomplete. That's Watson-Royston.
Watson-Royston. And by the way, Patrick, see if you can name that tune. Listen to what the Terry band is playing.
You really putting a lot of pressure on me, Roger.
No, it's easy.
Born to be wild.
Exactly. And I was going to say that the Terry Rangers have tamed the Kempner Cougars today, who have attempted to be wild.
Nice job there, Roger.
Thank you.
You can always expect a couple of those insightful words there. Here's a good block for Gray to get beyond the line of scrimmage, and they're going to keep that clock running, even though he got out of bounds. I'm not sure.
I thought he got
happened.
out of bounds too. You're killing us here.
Gray was able to receive the pass, got a good block by one of his receiving mates. It might have been Hollins who made the good block. He got the first down. I think they did stop the clock. Let's see here.
Well, I hope so. I want Kempner to at least get a couple more plays and try to put another touchdown on the board.
The referee over there on the sideline did have the hand motion as if to keep the clock running, but he may have been overruled by somebody.
Yeah.
Here's a 1st and 10 now from the 26 for the Cougars.
20 seconds.
20 seconds left in the ball game. Goss waits for the snap. He's in the shotgun. Looks briefly to the left, now back to the right, down in the end zone. High pass. It's going to be incomplete, but there's a marker on the play. Must have been interference. 3 of the Terry Rangers were right there, as Gray was the only Cougar in the mix there. Nobody could get to it, but we did see 2 yellow markers come flying into the play.
Yeah, well, Gray went up and somebody was putting a chokehold on him from behind, pulled him down. It was a good call. And so that means we've got, I think they let the clock run down too long. That play didn't take over 10 seconds,
It took 11
did it?
seconds, according to the clock.
I think the clock operator was a little slow to stop it when the ball fell incomplete.
That could be. You could be on that. At any rate, it's a 9.4 seconds left to play in the ball game, and the Cougars have maybe 1 or 2 plays to try to feel a little better coming off of this game, scoring some points.
They're at the 12-yard line. Throw it to the end zone. If it's incomplete, then you get one more play, hopefully.
One more, unless the clock runner does the same thing. There's
that.
Shotgun snap. Goss being rushed again, steps up, and he's going to run. He's to the 10. inside the 10 to the 5. He gets out of bounds at the 5, and a clock stops with 1.5 to play. So they did stop the clock for one more play. Goss did a good job of scrambling that time.
Do you ever watch a situation like this, and clearly it's just to make the score a little more respectable, but you think, what if this was for the game?
Yeah.
You just think, okay, right, we know the Cougars want to score. We know they're going to call the best play they know how and try to get it into the end zone, but you can just imagine that this is for the game. It makes it much more exciting when it's 36-7.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't 36-28 or something. Here's the final snap of the game. Goss under center. He's going to roll to his left. And he's going to run for it, and he's going to be just short of the touchdown, as number 10, Keelan Perry, made a nice tackle. And that's how the game ends, on the 1-yard line, Roger.
Well, hats off to the Terry Rangers. We said it at the beginning of this broadcast. 1-5 does not really describe the kind of team that they have. When you consider the teams that they have lost to, they've lost to a Clements team. The Clements Rangers have only lost one game this year, and that was to Ridge Point. They lost to Manville. We know how good they are. Angleton's very good, even though they have a couple of district losses. They lost to Foster, and they lost to Hightower, for goodness sake. So these Terry Rangers are, I don't know that they're going to find their way into the playoff field, but they have impressed me today. They make the most of what they've got, and today they earn a 36-7 victory.
Yeah, you could definitely tell they played good competition with that record being a little lopsided on the lost side, but they have some good players. They played well, and they took advantage of a couple of turnovers, and the lopsided score ends up being 36-7. Terry over Kempner, and game one is under the belt for you today, Roger.
That's right, and so I want to thank Nathaniel Nunez, our great producer, who made sure everything sounded good, and congratulations to the Terry Rangers. Great effort today under a hot sun. And for the Kempner Cougars, hang in there, guys. It was tough on homecoming game night, or day, I should say. And now they will have to take on the Hightower Hurricanes next week. But for you, Patrick, you and your lovely bride, Maureen, enjoy your football game date tonight as you watch your son, Sam, and the Travis Tigers take on Bush. And for those of you who cannot be here for the Travis Bush game, we will bring it to you live on VypeFortBend.com. For the entire Vype team, we thank you so much for listening. Our final score, as Patrick said, 36-7. Terry defeats Kempner. We'll let you hear the Kempner school song, and then we will sign off and be back with you at 5:45.